Two.
Ahoy!
What's up? What's up, dog?
What's up, chat?
How we doing tonight?
Dog me.
I did. And that's spelled D-A-W-G. Just
Okay,
so you know.
okay, dog. You pulling a Randy Jackson on me over there, buddy?
Did you just buddy me?
You dogged me.
When I call people dog, it's D-O-double-G.
Oh, damn. Damn.
Dog.
Get
Slap.
him.
Wait, is that a word?
Did you just doodle?
I said get him.
Oh,
Get him.
yeah. I was like, are we doodling now?
Whoa, what are we doing here?
Doodle.
Doodle.
Doodle's a little close to diddle. Gets uncomfortable. Oh.
Rousing start.
It's off to a rousing start.
What's going on, everybody? Good little Friday.
It is a good little Friday.
We're watching the Cubs get their ass kicked again.
No, I mean, I got Super Regionals on.
Oh, yeah? Who you got?
I got North Carolina USC.
Oh, good little ball game.
I mean, that's just what was on the old television.
Well, the other game on right now is Troy and Little Rock.
Ooh.
So I don't know if you want to watch that.
Nah, that's good. When did the Ducks and
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some good ones tomorrow.
I did catch a little. I was mostly hockey bound, but I was trying to keep an eye on the Texas Tech College World Series, the final in softball. But yeah, I had a hard time prying my way from hockey. Plus, on the way home, I saw that, I don't know, Texas Tech had some sort of error, and Texas opened up like a 4-1 lead, and then it was over. So I do kind of find it funny when Texas Tech falls on their ass, though. You mentioned it yesterday, they're quickly becoming a very like an easy, hateable team.
Yeah. Well,
across the board.
They're obnoxious.
They are.
So screw them.
Yeah. Well, that and like they're the ones that are crying about the NCAA, like all the reform, and yet they're like the worst perpetrator of buying everybody. So I love that they bought like the best softball team that money can buy, and then somehow Texas became like the little engine that could. Somehow they turned Texas into like the good guy.
Yeah, Texas beat them though.
Yeah, swept them, which I thought was hilarious.
So the Horns win another title.
Yeah.
It's up to the Ducks to thwart the Horns in
yeah.
baseball.
Yeah, we got some sort. Is this like one of those revenge games, as if it matters to the softball team if the baseball team wins?
All of America is rooting for Oregon now to beat Texas because
knock them off their high horse.
The Longhorns softball team won, and now the Texas baseball team might win. So the Ducks have to beat them.
Yeah, Texas though in baseball is, I mean they're like that's like the definition of blue blood. They had that red ass. There was that Augie or whatever.
Augie Garrido.
Yeah. They got a ton of national titles.
The Ducks got to take them out. Texas Tech couldn't do it. Like the Texas Tech, Oregon, they kind of get lumped in together because they're kind of the new kids on the block,
sure.
And Texas Tech couldn't do it in softball. Ducks better do it in baseball.
Yeah.
Or you're better than Texas Tech.
Can I be?
Although you did just kick the crap out of Texas Tech last year.
Can I be honest?
You can.
I don't really.
I like honesty.
How is Oregon like really good? I don't know a ton about Oregon. I know they're good, but
little team. Good little team.
Nothing
to be ashamed of.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like if they beat like what sort of upset is this if they take out the Longhorns?
Well, I will tell you that Texas is a minus 240, 250 favorite to win the series.
Oh, okay.
So that's the same as
that's a hefty favorite.
That's the same as like the Spurs being favored over the Knicks at the start of the series. It's the same as like well, no, I don't think the Hurricanes were that big of a favorite over the Knights.
No, they were a favorite, but it was pretty close.
Yeah,
I think most people believe that the Hurricanes were the better team all year, but when the Knights did what they did to the Avalanche, it was hands down, not questioned, best team in the league. It's like one of the top 10 seasons of all time. I think that, and me too. It kind of perked my ears up. In fact, Ryan Buckley, not dead by the way. He reached out before and he said, who do we like? He said, heart and head. And I said, well, the head says the Hurricanes, but I'm not betting against Vegas. They gotta look about them. And through 2 games, I mean, it's 1-1, but Vegas has been the better team.
Did you see that they were chanting "No means no" last night?
If you don't know what that is about, and we don't need to get into the details, but you should. Well, you could.
Well, listen.
Google Carter Hart.
Yeah, Carter Hart's the goaltender for the Knights.
And a lot of people think he's a rapist.
Yeah, but they did have their day in court, and the court sided with him. Listen, we don't need to talk about it. All I'm saying is a lot of the league, a lot of people are saying this guy's a rapist.
Yeah.
Well, they were chanting, the Carolina fans were chanting, "No means no."
Yeah.
No means no.
Yeah.
Very awkward.
Yes.
Very awkward.
Like my daughter, she thinks he's a despicable human being. Because, look, he wasn't convicted. The details of it, even if he wasn't convicted, it's bad stuff. So I would have a hard time if he was the goal. He's really good, and he's one of the big reasons why they're here. I would have a hard time if he was the Red Wings goalie. I would have a hard time cheering for him.
So is a no means no chant? Is that awkward or amazingly appropriate, or both? Perhaps it's both.
It's probably both. I mean, I get why you're doing it, but at the same time, I feel like you are kind of making light of a really awful situation that regardless of whether you think...
I don't think they're making light of it. I think they're just trying to hold his feet to the fire.
Well, are they? Or is that...
Well, I mean, no means no.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what another example of this is?
No.
I was told by my sources. See, I've ears to the ground everywhere, Jace.
You do.
And you know that Central Catholic Grant flap the other day?
Yes.
So Central Catholic has accused Grant of racial and gay slurs.
Mm-hmm.
And my sources are telling me that part of that, there's a lot more to it, but part of that is the Grant folks were chanting Black Lives Matter.
Oh.
Because of the previous racist headlines from Central Catholic.
Interesting.
Yeah. So they were chanting Black Lives Matter. So it's kind of along the same lines.
It's along the same lines. Like, I understand that you're holding someone's feet to the fire, but to me, it's almost making light of it. I just think that's such a serious thing. I'm not certain that a chant at a sporting event is appropriate. And maybe, I don't know. I felt it was weird. And I'm not a Carter Hart guy. Like I said, I would have a hard time rooting for him. But that made me a little, If I was in Carolina, I certainly would not have been, I wouldn't have been enchanting that. Like to the alleged victim, or the victim, however you want to view it, does she, like if she's watching that game, does she like that? Does she, that's weird territory. And I look, maybe I don't have the steady enough hand to draw the line about what is or isn't appropriate, but it made me uncomfortable. Much like Stevie Woke over there. I was uncomfortable. It's like playing ladies' night.
This brings up there's something else going on here.
What do we got?
Okay, we're just all over the place here on the prattle, but I gotta take it there. You know, you mentioned Stevie Woke.
Yeah.
Well, I was talking to Stevie Woke prior to the show, and let me tell you something. He's upset about something.
Uh-oh.
And we're now going to have to call him Stevie Freedom.
What? Is he like Enos Cantor?
Well, listen.
I guess he's not Enos Cantor anymore. He's Enos Freedom.
I asked Stevie Woke, I said, what do you think about Wemby crossing his arms for the national anthem?
Oh, my God. Are we doing this?
And I tell you what, Stevie Freedom came out.
I'm pissed now.
And he's upset about it.
What?
Yeah.
What? Is this really? Are they trying to make this a thing?
This is actually
turning. Really? Yes. This is turning into a thing?
Oh, yeah.
Let me guess who's turning it into a thing.
Joe Biden, probably.
Yeah, exactly. They asked Trump about it today.
Oh, they did not.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Someone asked the president.
And let me tell you something. The president had a very measured response.
Bold.
He did.
What?
He did.
Dude, here's the thing.
Right now, my head, I'm pulling the head sewn to the carpet. Okay. I couldn't be more surprised.
Friday?
Okay, so we weren't going to play it.
Mind blown Friday.
Stevie Freedom, can you possibly pull that?
Yeah, let me try. I'll have to find it. I don't know where I found it.
We were listening to it. So here's
Twitter,
here's the thing.
There was a measured response over.
Yeah, he did. So here's the thing. The Frenchman was folding his arms.
Yes, with his head bowed.
During the national anthem.
Yeah.
And there are some American patriots, a.k.a. Stevie Freedom over there, who didn't like that. What? And it went viral, and now it became a thing. Well, then Trump was doing something. Who knows? You know, he's meeting the press for something.
Okay.
And one of the press people asked him about it. They said, what did you think of, because he was talking about going to Game 3. He's going to be at Game 3.
Yeah.
So they were talking about the NBA. Like, it didn't come out of nowhere where they were talking about Iran or something.
Makes sense.
And one of the press people said, what did you think of Wemby folding his arms during the national anthem? And he goes, did he do that? And the guy said, yes. And he's like, well, he kind of bowed out. He was like, well, if he did that, I haven't seen it.
Huh.
He did not. Because I was fully expecting. I was kind of.
I would have given.
I was gritting my teeth. Going,
Here it comes.
Oh God, here we go. And you have it. Okay, so here, take a listen. This is Trump today.
Did you see Wemby crossing his arms during the U.S. national anthem? Did you have any thoughts on that?
I did not see that. Is that what he did?
He did, yes.
What did he mean by that?
Nobody asked him.
Well, I guess you have to ask him.
Well, who's your favorite Nick?
Wow.
There you go. There
that
you go.
indeed was a measured response.
Yeah,
you know
he
what?
said, I guess you'll have to ask him.
Look, I give credit where credit's due. Kudos.
Freedom. Makes a lot of
and so now people are going to ask about this. So what do they want him to do?
Who?
Wemby. Oh. What are you supposed to?
I don't know.
Well,
I put my hands behind my back.
Hey, by the way,
a lot of people. Yes, it is.
Stevie Freedom is not upset about this.
Okay,
we were just
for the record, not upset.
But he does have Stevie Woke has an alter ego, and it is Stevie Freedom.
I see.
Pop out from every now.
Well, he's a man of many faces.
Watch out.
He's like an onion.
No, because there are people that are mad because a lot of players have their hands behind their back. That's what I did as well, hands behind my back.
Or sometimes I just put him in my lap.
Yeah, kind of put my head down. That's what a lot of people do.
I don't do hand over the heart.
They're mad because they're supposed to put hand over your heart.
I've never put
at the flag.
I've never put my hand over the heart. Also, does anyone not realize? So I played in a foreign country, and we played other national anthems. Does anyone realize that he's French and he's not American? No.
Well, one of the arguments from one of the freedom fighters is that he has the luxury of playing the game that he loves in the United States, in the greatest country in the world. He could not show respect for that.
How did he show disrespect?
Folding his arms, I guess.
I don't
know. Why are you putting me on the side of Stevie Freedom? I'm as woke as they come.
The quote was, or the tweet was like, he plays a child's game and gets paid for it, yet in this country and has no respect for it.
I would like someone to lick.
Who said that?
I don't know, some guy with 1 million followers on Twitter.
Tell that guy to go.
Literally 1.1 million.
Go lick something that he doesn't want to.
Do you think he's fake? The $1.1 million guy? Do you think that's a fake
follower?
Like a bot? Well, they can create.
Well, they probably paid for a bunch of followers. Yeah.
I mean, it might be fake.
Like when we played in Germany, they would play the German national anthem, and I did not salute the German national anthem. When they played the Scotland national anthem.
You bet on. You think on German sports radio they were talking about you?
Who is this fat ass? Who is this 6'8" that needs to lose some weight? Not saluting. I would stand there and try to be respectful and honestly, folding the arms. I think that's kind of respectful. Isn't folding your arms kind of like a prayer? Like you fold your arms in prayer? My God, our country sometimes is so unserious, and these fake fat patriot people, you people, and I'm saying you people, you are ridiculous. You are absolutely ridiculous. And you're everything that's wrong with patriotism.
Well, tell that to Stevie Freedom.
Yeah. That's
over there.
just
Get
so
your freedom
ridiculous.
right.
Yeah. That's right.
I saw that briefly yesterday, and luckily I hadn't seen it blown up, and I was like, thank God that didn't become a thing, and now we're asking the president about it. And kudos to him for not being himself.
He didn't take the bait. He's like, I didn't see it. I don't know. Go ask him.
That blows my mind.
Yeah.
And the worst part is someone will ask him, and I'm guessing he probably would give a pretty classy answer because he seems like a very tolerant and respectful individual to a lot of different religions. And also, not American! Not American!
Yeah. Do we know that, though?
Yes!
You sure about that?
You know what? My daughter is confused that he's French. When she hears him talk, she's like, he's French? I think she thinks he's fake French.
He's so good at basketball, we claim him as American.
What if he is fake French?
Wouldn't that be something?
What if he was born and raised in an American basketball lab, and they just pretend that he's French,
That's
like
true.
your Brazilian jiu-jitsu friend?
Just that accent. He's fake. Has anyone heard him speak French? It's all AI. Man.
That's a good question. I don't think so. I don't think so.
This whole thing is ridiculous. I can't believe him. All right, anti-Wemby, go Knicks. Go Knicks!
There were a lot of tweets like that.
Yeah.
Rooting for the Knicks.
I guess I got to root for the Knicks.
Got to root for my Knicks. Never watch the NFL again. How dare you? Man, we're just looking for reasons to be angry.
I'm not angry.
Nor am I.
I'm excited.
Although, in the prattle, I have breaking news.
Oh, we only have 4 minutes left.
Okay.
This has been a heck of a prattle.
This is a hell of a prattle. Because, sometimes stuff happens on the show and then it like manifests itself in real life.
Yeah.
Hand to God. She did not hear this segment.
Uh-oh.
Nothing, had no idea what's going on.
Who do you think I am?
The BTJ came home last night. She has started a war with the crows.
Oh, no.
Full on crow war in the backyard. And she is legitimately now nervous to go in the backyard. She feels that she has been marked by the crows.
Well, she had. I mean, didn't we just talk about this?
And I said, oh my God, we just talked about this. So I come home and she's none too happy. She's in. So we've got like a bramble or like a kind of like a bunch of ground ivy. You know what I mean? Where it's just, and it's
ground cover.
Ground cover. And you can kind of get in there, and we've got bunnies that live in the ground cover. Like there's a whole series of them in there. And recently they've had babies. Uh-oh. There's like 3 little rabbit babies that are cruising around in there. Dog chases them. He can't catch them. Guess who caught one?
The crow.
The crow.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah. So the crow gets it. So she goes outside.
Did the crow eat it on the ground or did it fly away with it?
So we got 2 folds. So she goes outside and the dog goes and runs, and that the bunnies always scatter when he comes out, and they scatter for cover. Crow swoops down, and these are little bunnies. They're like the size of like hamsters.
Are you sure they don't skedaddle?
They do skedaddle.
Somebody said skedaddle.
And it's kind of embarrassing to watch my big dog. Like you're like, really, buddy? You think you're gonna catch one? Although he's involved in it now too. So one crow flies down and drills the baby bunny, takes off with it. So it just goes. It's gone. And
boy, what a terrible life.
Yeah. Like you're just coming out of you're like, oh, dog, and you go to scramble.
Isn't this Ivy great?
Yeah.
And we're in a kind of a famous radio host's backyard.
Nope.
What a life. This is going to be great. Bah!
Yeah. Boom. Nabs it. And then there was a second crow that got the second bunny.
Dead.
But the BTJ scared the crow off. The crow did not get to go away, and so she kind of flailed at it, and I think she said she bumped the crow. The crow puts it down.
You can't be bumping crows.
Yeah,
dude.
Herein lies the problem, though. So the rabbit's laying on the ground. Guess who comes along? The dog, because he was chasing. So now the dog picks up the baby rabbit, and now he's got in its mouth, and he's running around with it. She's panicking. And now the crows are circling the dog, and they're none too happy. So she gets him to drop the rabbit. And she claims that the rabbit is still alive.
They're eating the pets.
But it's not going well. And as she drops it and she goes to put the dog in, the crows descend again, and she goes and shoos away the crows. And now she says the crows were circling her. She got very uneasy, didn't know what to do, so she took the dead bunny. This is where I was pretty pissed. I was like, what did you do? So she took the dead bunny and the one that was almost dead, and she just put it back in the ground cover. I'm like, what are you doing? You're just putting dead animals back in there? Like, that's just going to...
What should she have done?
Throw them away.
Oh.
So she goes and puts them down in there, and now we've got ravens that are circling the underbrush, and I told her, and she goes, I think crows have, like, good memories. And I said, yeah, they do. And now you're public enemy number 1.
Yeah, but don't you think the crows may view that as a gift from her?
Oh, I don't know.
You know?
I don't know.
They may go in and get it, and then they'll be like, thanks a lot.
Oh, no.
We'll leave you alone now.
We went outside, and I picked him up and threw him away.
Oh.
And the
one
was
after you.
And I'm not going to lie, the one was a little, I had to finish the one off. But yeah, I put it in a box and threw him away. I was like, dude, we're not just leaving dead animals. Like we're not just doing that. Plus, if that's where the rabbits live, you really think the rabbit family wants you to return the dead rabbit to its habit? Like, I was like, what are you doing?
Be respectful of the rabbit family.
Yeah. She's like, well, I didn't know what else to do. I'm like, so you thought you'd throw it back in its home dead and one dying? And one was kind of, because the crows were pecking out, so one kind of was ripped open a little bit.
You're dead rabbit shaming her.
Yeah, I did dead rabbit shame her.
You did. You got after. I tell you what, though, crow beef is not the beef you want.
No.
You don't want to mess with them.
And now we've got it. I'm not kidding. She is legitimately concerned now that the crows... Because she was there when the crows started the war with the Star Jays, and she saw the brutality of the crows. Now she's nervous. She's legitimately nervous that the crows have her marked. And quite frankly, I think she has reason to be.
Wow.
I said, why did you intervene? Just let the crows be. What happens in the backyard happens. We should not be intervening in crow. I never intervened in crow v. blue jay, and I'm not going to intervene in crow v. rabbit. Plus, we got a bunch of rabbits.
Yeah, it's not your ecosystem.
It's not.
Get out of there.
Yeah. All I do is I dispose of the battlefield. That's all I do. Is I'm responsible, like, you know what?
Well, you're the groundskeeper.
Yes. That's all. But we don't intervene. And now she has intervened.
You just make the playing field.
That's it.
For the wars.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I kind of am waiting for the crows to make a move. Like, what if one of the crows, like, poops on her?
On her?
Yeah.
I think it'd be great.
Like, she goes outside and lays in the hammock, and the crow dive bombs her. I can't tell her this, but I'm kind of hoping that the crows have,
Like, they're just waiting on watch.
Yeah.
They have someone on watch looking at that door.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
He crosses enemy lines.
Would you rather have the dookie or the head peck?
I think the dookie's more fun, right?
Well, because the head peck, they just keep coming at you.
Yeah. It's kind of scary. I don't want her to get hurt.
See, I feel like I don't think she might. We get a hole in her head. The dookie, though, she just clean it up and go about her business.
Yeah. But the head peck, that's going to stick
with her.
The
head peck is more of like, hey, dude, I know what you did. Whereas if the crow poops on her, it could be viewed as just a one-off. Yeah. Like, oh, the coincidence. Yeah. But if the crow really comes in and head pecks, send it a message.
And she was like, really? She's like, you yelled at me for the rabbit. She was upset at my reaction. Like, she wanted sympathy. And I was like, no, you're throwing dead animals and now you've pissed off the crows. No, I had to chastise her. She has now involved us in something that we shouldn't be involved in.
Oh, dude.
And I told her we just got done talking about aggressive crows and telling people to steer clear of them. We just had that segment. And what did she do? Ignored it.
Yeah, she got to listen to the show more often.
Yeah, who was the bird? Was it the Bird Consortium guy?
Bird Alliance.
The Bird Alliance.
Travis.
The Bird Alliance just said to leave the crows be. And what does my gal do? She goes and interferes in crow business. And it's not like we got one or two. We got like a murder of crows in the backyard.
Yeah, I think his name's Travis.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
The Bird Alliance.
The guy who said don't look him in the eye?
Yeah. Guess what? The BTJ looked the crow in the eye and may have made contact. Because I asked her, I said, did you hit the crow? She's like, I don't know. I just flailed. And the crow let it go.
Ooh, somebody said get an owl decoy.
Does that work?
I guess crows hate the owls.
No, I'm not pissing the crows off.
Sook's out of this.
No, this has nothing to do with
He's a neutral party.
That's right. I do not interfere in the comings and goings.
Maybe you could broker a deal.
It's not my
between the two parties.
It's not my place. I leave it.
What is that?
So Sook making a noise. You guys made some funny noises.
Noises, yeah.
That was Sook. This is Rob.
Yeah. Loud noises.
Dude, I leave the possums alone. I leave the bunnies alone. I leave the raccoons alone. I sure as hell leave the hawk alone. And now I'm not messing with the crows.
All right. Well, there is your prattle.
Yeah, I thought you would enjoy that.
I did. And I'm usually on the side of an animal.
Yeah.
When it comes to animal-human beef. And in this case, is no different. Sorry, BTJ. I like the crows.
She stuck her nose where it didn't belong.
That's right. Just let them do their thing out there.
All to save a dead rabbit that had already had a hole pecked in it.
Who she then delivered back.
I think we have too much respect for the rabbit. I mean, I like the rabbit, but...
They were pretty cute.
Well, yeah, they're cute, but they're overly respected due to their cuteness.
It's true.
They're not... I mean, they don't do anything.
I just love the idea of the mom rabbit and then the BTJ
the
BTJ throwing a dead and a half dead rabbit back in. Just, here you go.
What is a more productive member of animal society? The rabbit or the squirrel?
The squirrel.
Thank you.
Yeah. The rabbit does nothing
and
other than
be
cute.
We take squirrels for granted.
Yeah.
And
You're a loser.
They don't get a lot of love.
No.
Rabbits get all the love. Oh, they're so cute.
They're pretty
Squirrels
cute.
are better.
They're pretty cute.
It's actually pretty neat.
Someone said I need to make a sacrifice to the crows. Ooh. I think I could just hang a rabbit up and come take it.
I don't think that'd be enough.
Like a crow platform.
You know what you need to do is call Travis.
I need the Bird Alliance.
Call the Bird Alliance. They'll help you.
Again, stating for the record, crows, if you're listening to this, I had nothing to do with this. I wasn't home.
All right.
Not my
There's
business.
your prattle. Is that it? That took 10 minutes.
That's
now we're way
Now
over.
we're over.
It's unbelievable. Dusty, I want you to know this is not my fault. That is the Brad Boxberger opening prattle. Okay, coming up next, we start with the finals. I mean the NBA finals. And maybe the hockey finals if you want. I don't know. We'll be right back. Okay. He's laying out. It's good. 6 minutes over,
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This update brought to you by Langdon Farms Golf Club. Langdon Farms Golf Club, good or bad weather, the golf course is always the driest around. Download the Langdon Farms app today to get all the latest news and specials. First on the Fan, New York Yankees, they officially placed outfielder Aaron Judge on the 10-day IL with a stress fracture of his right rib. Tampa Bay Bucks quarterback Baker Mayfield, he said that contract extension talks are not anywhere close to what they were thinking, but he did reiterate that he would like to stay in Tampa Bay long term. The Bears board of directors voted yesterday to advance their stadium development to Hammond, Indiana. The Bears' announcement today does not guarantee the team will leave Illinois. According to a source, Indiana feels like they're in the lead to get the Bears, but Illinois can get right back in the race. NBA Finals Game 2 tonight. Spurs taking on the Knicks. Knicks up 1-0 in the series. Spurs are a 6.5-point favorite in Game 2. The Portland Timbers named Timber T2 coach Jack Cassidy as the interim head coach as they look for the permanent replacement to Phil Neville. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George Okoye at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George Okoye at warrenallen.com.
All right, it's time for the services of Frank Gay. And on this Friday service, we have a couple things from the NBA Finals that we must discuss. The first is the OnlyFans hots that are behind the Spurs bench.
They're doing great work.
Well, they will be no more.
What? Really? They've been denied?
They have not been denied.
They just can't afford the tickets?
They can afford the tickets. They have been badgered to the point of fear.
Oh, stop it.
That is what they're saying.
Really?
Where's the freedom?
They're yeah.
Stevie Freedom, would you like to weigh in?
I'm mad.
They're afraid
Let
that too many people are staring at their large breasts. That's what they're afraid of.
They're not putting on the fan T-shirts. They can wear their own shirts, but they don't want the attention.
No. It has nothing to do with the attention. She is claiming, one of the two girls is claiming, and she did post the video, that the same couple that harassed Jalen Brunson, and that couple, by the way, has now been banned from the rest of these finals.
Yeah.
They are not allowed.
And it is an old Karen-looking son of a gun.
Well, and the guy is an older guy, but he's got dyed. He's that classic courtside douche,
100%,
who clearly has money, but he's just fighting age.
Sure,
tooth and nail.
Yeah, and it's not a good fight either.
So she posted the video. Now, whether or not this is the guy or this is the friend of the guy, or even if either of those things, if one of those things is true, but they are named Blue and Julie Swan.
Of course they are. Of course.
Apparently they're sisters.
Yeah.
Or maybe those are just fake names. I don't know. Anyway, they were involved in an incident where they allege they were verbally accosted by several fans during Game 6 of the West Finals. Okay, so this was not the other night. One fan allegedly grabbed Blue during an exchange captured on video and posted on social media. So this is the fan that she is claiming is with the fans that were getting after Brunson. Okay?
Yeah.
Again, not corroborated, but that's what she says. And she posted the video, and she posted it a while back, like when it happened, the day of when it happened. And nobody really caught on to it, but she reposted it and tied it to the Brunson people, and now it's gone viral.
All right.
So now everyone has seen it.
Now, is it what happens in the video?
Well, I want to play it for you, but you can't really hear him. But she's filming. She's doing her OnlyFans thing where, we've all seen the girl with the phone up, and she's flipping her hair and doing the thing. He comes into the video and grabs, by the way, he does grab her, which she said, "Get your hands off me." And he says, let me get his quote. He says to her, bloop, bloop,
okay, bloop. Grab is a very strong word, by the way.
He touched her.
He puts a hand on her shoulder, and that is not a grab. Now, granted, I've always said, keep your effing hands to yourself. I don't know why that is so hard for people.
Yeah, and that's what I think.
Do not touch other people.
And I don't care if he's so much as just put a fingertip
on her. But
in
no way did he grab her, but he does kind of poke her arm.
You can't do that. No. Especially when you're coming at her from the angle that he was coming at her.
Yes.
So he said in the video, he can be heard telling her, "It is disgraceful that you sit like that." That's what he said to her.
Okay.
While pointing his finger down toward her. He allegedly put his hand on her, which prompted her to tell him to stop touching her.
Yeah.
Swan alleged that another man and woman who were both with the first man in the video also started in with them when they were taking pictures near the court, with the woman making bunny ears behind one of the girls, which is, you can't make bunny ears. Okay. Stevie Freedom knows this. You can't make bunny ears.
No.
All right?
No.
Where are our freedoms if you can't,
what are the troops even fighting for?
Put bunny ears on, behind an OnlyFans.
What are we, like 8 years old? Is what we're doing?
Then they say when they were about to leave, the other male accosted them. And so this has gone viral. She says, it was too much. I was pretty upset leaving, just sitting in my car afterward, trying to let the adrenaline die down. And I did end up crying because I felt very unsafe at the stadium. I don't know. It was a lot.
Oh, my God.
So now...
Grow up, Julie J. Swan.
Oh, no, this is Blue.
Oh, sorry.
Get your swans right.
Grow up, Blue Swan.
So now Blue Swan and Julie J say they do not feel safe, and they will not be.
Oh no,
they will not be there for.
You know what? Much like Les Miles and Aaron Andrews, if the Swan sisters aren't there, what are we even playing for?
Oh no,
these two yutzes. Stop it. This whole thing.
Although if you got two OnlyFans hots sitting there doing their OnlyFans thing, or whatever they're doing, Instagram, whatever.
They're just being hot.
Yeah, they're just doing their thing. Why does that bother old people? Like.
Because it's, I don't know.
I'm kind of on the side of the hots here.
Well, absolutely. The idea that you needed to say it's disgraceful, why? Because someone has large breasts? And they're not flashing them. In fact, the hockey fans have flashed, like Edmonton Oilers girl, and then the Florida Panthers gal, they flashed.
I was an Oiler fan for a while there.
Exactly. So all they're doing is sitting there with cleavage out. So for that dip-ass to come along and somehow, touch them and say that that's shameful, that dude is ridiculous, and you do not put your hands on someone else. But please stop with the I'm scared. Really, you're sitting in the front row at the NBA game, and you think something's going to happen to you. You think you're about to get accosted. Stop it. You're a drama queen, and you're using it to drum up support. And the reason why you're dressed like that is, again, you're doing it to try to drum up support for your OnlyFans. The whole thing's ridiculous.
The guy kind of looks like Wayne Newton.
A little bit. He's got a terrible dye job.
Yeah, it's bad.
I will tell you, though, that if I was with one of the Swan sisters, if someone did that and put their hands on my lady at a game, we would have issues. Keep your hands to yourself. Like, that guy should be kicked out. You don't get to do that. You don't get to put your hands on someone, but let's stop short of saying that he grabbed her or, like, assaulted her. Let's tone it down there. And I don't believe for 1 second that she was fearful. And if she was, it's because she's hysterical.
Now, James B. has gotten involved.
Okay. Who's James B?
He is the manager for Swan and Blue.
Oh, they have a manager. This is the best thing that ever happened to Swan and Blue.
Blue and okay, so sorry, Swan and Blue. They're not both named Swan.
No.
One is Swan, one is Blue.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I had that wrong. They said arena security was notified, but there was not much of an initial response. The group was initially talked to and allowed to remain in their seats. Following the latter incident during the conference finals, security became more involved, but James said the alleged agitators left quickly before security could do anything.
Okay. So
security escorted both women to their seats at the NBA finals and assured them that nothing would happen again.
So again, I asked the question, what exactly are they afraid of other than not being in the headlines and not being talked about?
Now, I want to tell you, Swan still loves the Spurs so very much, she says.
Okay.
And she wished it could be different, and she wished that this never happened, but
well,
now she won't be there to cheer on her beloved
I wish you
Spurs.
would. I wish you would go away and stop being a fame whore. But okay.
She said it just makes me really sad, and therefore we channel the great Ryan Buckley.
And it makes me sad.
It does make me sad. As someone points out, marketing 101 right there.
They're pretty good.
But to everyone out there...
Do you think they're in on it with Wayne Newton?
No, I think Wayne Newton is that guy. I really do. He's the guy that feels, for whatever reason, he needs to be the breast police and call someone disgraceful. First off, go to hell. And second...
That hair is disgraceful.
It is disgraceful. What they should have done is made fun of him until he cried, because I guarantee that old man is so insecure. Remember, the guy that talks loudest in the room and the biggest is the most insecure and the weakest. They could have made him cry simply by making fun of his old ass. Or, again, had they been with someone... Just, you can't put your hands on someone's lady. You can't put your hands on anyone. It's always it's the Bruce Lee thing. Don't touch me or I'll touch your back. Freaking Wayne. That guy should not be allowed back in the stadium.
Well, like I said, there is talk that is the guy that is not allowed back because he got into it with Jalen Brunson.
Good.
So I don't know if that's
true. And most of the time, if someone like that, chances are there is a record. That's very rarely a first time.
He doesn't just do that once.
Nah, he's got to He's got an MO.
But, when the kids are doing their Instagram stuff,
yep.
Let them be.
Yeah, dude, defund the breast, please. Exactly. It's not your mission. It's not your job.
That's an underrated tweet or an underrated text.
Yeah.
Defund the breast, please.
A wiser man than me once said,
I like that.
I am not here to be a goalie. I am here to assist or get out of the way. And that's exactly. Help someone along the way or get the hell out of the way. You do not get to be the moral goalie. You don't get to you don't have to kick save on someone's breast and tell them that that's not how they can dress. And clearly, like no one else in the arena
has.
How
she was sitting.
Oh, it's how she was sitting.
Not how she was dressed. He probably liked how she was dressed. He probably went over there to get a closer look, the perv.
Well, he did touch his shoulder and lean over.
Yeah.
She should have slapped his ass.
Called her honey.
Hey, sugar tease. I mean, dude, you touch a woman like that because he kind of pokes her in the shoulder. She had every right to turn around and just smack the S out of him.
All right.
Now,
in
the NFL
is Frank Gay.
Yeah, and luckily this is the NBA because it's more civilized. In the NFL crowd, that's a Donnybrook. You touch someone in an NFL stadium, it's on. The NBA, look, much like the players, no one at an NBA game actually wants to fight. NFL crowds, I think they go looking for fights. Like, I think most people in an NFL stadium are just like waiting for an excuse to throw on someone else. Happens every game.
It's once a week.
Yes.
They look forward to it all week.
Hey, what are you doing? I'm going to go to the NFL game, put some tinfoil on my knuckles, try to beat up a Rams fan.
Do a lot of push-ups because I want to get buff.
Take off my shirt, flex at someone.
For the game.
Talk about how awesome I am.
All right, coming up next in Multnomah Mac, one more thing from the finals, and it involves all the celebrities. Next. All right, time for Molten Elmo Mac. I have a question.
What you got?
Well, I mean, we should probably talk about the Knicks and Spurs, but
Probably.
I mean, it's Knicks Spurs adjacent.
Okay.
Well, I was watching the game the other night, and because like all the Knicks celebrities are there, and so it's like Spike Lee.
Yeah. You got Chalamet.
Timothy Chalamet.
Ben Stiller.
Yeah, Ben Stiller, who's all jacked.
Oh, yeah, dude, that guy. He's always been jacked, though. Ben Stiller quietly has been the in-shape guy forever. And he's kind of like, he plays it up in the movies, but it's very subtle. He's never not been jacked.
So my question is why the Spurs let those guys down there? Or do they just buy are they just buying those seats?
That's a good question.
Because I think because it's not even just celebrities. There's a ton of Knicks fans in the first couple rows.
Yeah,
and I just wonder, like, because I know those teams can control who sits down there.
Yes,
and I don't understand why. Like, especially if they're giving those guys tickets because they're celebrities.
Yeah,
why?
Maybe it's the NBA in general, and it's kind of a you do us, we do you sort of policy. It's just kind of one of those, or maybe they do have to pay for them. I don't know. I just know, I mean, certain celebrities have obviously certain cachet. Howard Stern talks about that a lot, like what team gets to decide who goes where. But they do hold some of those tickets. But for a guy like Ben Stiller, if he wanted to, I'm sure he could just buy those seats. So I don't know.
Well, that's what I want to know.
My guess is they're in so good with the Knicks that the Knicks help facilitate them, whether they pay for them or get those seats. My guess is at Oklahoma City, they have to pay for them. And my guess is the Knicks help facilitate that. That would be my guess, but I don't know.
But isn't it good for San Antonio to have even the celebrities in the front rows?
And that's what I'm saying. I think every team wants those people.
I think it's good for the league. I don't think it's good for San Antonio. I mean,
it's great for like ABC and ESPN.
It's good for the league, right? And, but not for. I mean, like, well, isn't there the whole thing in the NFL of don't sell your tickets to the opposing team? Like,
yes.
Yeah, I remember like the Patriots and the Broncos. The Broncos were not allowing anybody outside of their little region. Yeah,
Seahawks, Niners have that.
But there's a difference between having a bunch of Johnny Blue Collars. I just think there's an understanding in leagues that at a certain point when you're a celebrity, you get like, in what way do celebrities not get their way? So I think if you're a big enough star, but we found out, remember, Lil Wayne wanted to sit courtside at Oklahoma City, and they said no.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And who's he a fan of?
Nobody.
Oh.
He wanted to go to this was a couple years back, he wanted to go to a playoff game, and he wanted courtside, and he like called last minute, and they were like, we don't have one. They tried to sit him like 5 rows up, and he refused, and he turned it into a big stink. And they're like, we don't have any seats for you. So obviously his people reached out to Oklahoma City directly, and they told him no. But I'm guessing for someone like Ben Stiller and Chalamet and these like hardcore Knicks fans, I'm guessing that this has all been done in advance through the team. Now, the rest of those fat Knick idiots that are down there in the first 5 rows, those are just rich guys that bought the seats. And it is cheaper. Like I said, have you seen the prices for Game 3 at New York? They just keep going up. It's like it's mortgage. It's mortgage.
And the fact that the Knicks won Game 1, they're only going to go even higher because now they have home court advantage.
Dude, it's insane. So if
they win Game 2, the Knicks, those tickets are going to like double again.
Yeah.
Wait till Game 4.
Right.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, it's out of control.
Chance to win it.
Or Game 6. If there's a Game 6 and it's up, Knicks are up 3-2.
I mean, I think I saw today that it's more than the Super Bowl. I think the get-in price right now for Game 3, I want to say is like $8,000.
What would you rather go to, a World Cup game between America and Australia, or Game 3 of the finals?
At that price?
Yeah.
Well, I guess if you're saying it's the same price, I'll go to the soccer game.
Yeah. I'm looking here. I want to double check this. That's unsuckable. Yeah, it's quite expensive. The other one too is you might, because the players get tickets as well and like staff, and so maybe that's one of those.
Maybe that's it.
You find a way through that.
Where are all the Texas celebrities?
Is there Texas celebrities?
Well, there are Texas celebrities. I just don't think any of them are San Antonio celebrities.
Spurs fans.
I think Texas has I think the cities like all hate each other.
Yeah.
Right? Like Dallas hates Houston, and Houston hates San Antonio, and San Antonio hates Austin. Isn't that true?
I think there's an element to that, yes.
So you got like Beyonce down there. You got all the comedians live in Austin.
Yeah.
You got
McConaughey's an Austin guy.
Yeah, McConaughey. You got
I don't know any big San Antonio fans. As far as I know, that's Portland. Do we have a celebrity fan?
Well, we've talked about this a million times.
Yeah, we don't have one.
And the answer is no.
No.
Unless you go down there.
So right now, according to StubHub, would you take get in price for 2 tickets?
Where are we going? New York here?
This is in New York, game 3.
I don't know, $4,000.
This is section 420, row 4, seats 7 and 8. This is literally the worst seat in the house. It is in the corner. And right now, including fees per ticket, the get-in price, the cheapest for sale is $10,163.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. And they do like amazing deals, good deals, whatever. There is an amazing deal right now. So it tells you something. So this is section 3, row 6, behind the basket, kind of in a corner. And it's a 9.4, viewed as an amazing deal. So as good a deal as you're going to get, each ticket is $21,000 for a corner behind the basket.
According to Google, the top celebrities who are Spurs fans, George Strait is number 1.
I have not seen George
Where's
Strait.
he?
He's retired.
Selena Gomez.
Get down there,
okay.
George.
She's been to a few Spurs games.
Selena Gomez?
Yes.
Is she from there?
She's a Texas native, yes. Tommy Lee Jones as well.
Oh.
Those are the top 3.
His old surly ass.
Did I tell you what?
That's better than what we got.
That's a great trifecta right
yeah.
there.
Well, I don't know if it's great.
It's better than I thought.
Yeah.
And you got Pop, that's kind of sad.
Yeah, well,
Seeing Pop.
Yeah, and he's up top. But it's like Oklahoma City doesn't have diehards. I mean, some cities just don't have them. I don't think San Antonio produces a lot of celebrities.
Well, they don't, but those 3 are great. And the Spurs have been great over the years.
Yes.
Won a lot of titles. I'm sure Tommy Lee was courtside for a lot of those. Tommy Lee Jones, that is. Not drummer Tommy Lee.
Yeah, someone said, I bet you McConaughey's at the Texas baseball game. Guaranteed.
Yeah, well, he's a UT guy.
He's a UT guy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of the Texas celebrities don't like San Antonio. Like, you have to be from that city.
Yeah.
But those are, where's Selena Gomez? What is she doing?
Get out of here, Selena.
Get down there. She should be in that seat, not Spike Lee. That's all I'm saying. And the Spurs should help facilitate that. I don't know why they don't.
There is a, behind the basket, there's one front row behind the basket, kind of an obstructed view. Care to take a guess?
Oh, 17,000 or something? I don't know.
$88,000.
$88,000.
For a front row behind the basket where you have an obstructed view of the basket. That's insanity. That's absolutely insane.
I think you mean Lynn-sanity.
It is Lynn-sanity. God bless New York. Must be nice.
It's a wild place, New York.
It is a wild place. There's a lot of money there.
Yeah.
Which is why I think you do see so many Knicks fans, and we'll continue to see Knicks fans because they're just going to fly to San Antonio and stay at a place in San Antonio and catch a couple games. You can fly to San Antonio, hang out for a couple days, see 2 games, and for the price of 1 seat at a Knicks game.
I guess I was thinking about it from the Blazers' perspective.
Yeah.
And if the Blazers were the Spurs, you want Spike Lee down there, right?
I would think so.
Yeah. So that maybe that's the answer.
Well,
maybe the Spurs are just like, it's great having these
Stevie Fire over there, people over the Blazers, shoot a text and ask, what's the policy if a celebrity reaches out and says, I would like to come to the game?
Well, Nike has those seats right there right by the
Well,
bench.
that's the other one too, is that
so they could go through Nike.
I'm guessing that's another one. I bet you there's a lot of corporations that have seats that are easy to get a hold of.
Yeah, there's been numerous times with Blazer games where there is some athlete or some celebrity right there with Nike people in the front row.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, someone said buy a crappy house in the Midwest or get an SEC at a Knicks game. Yeah, someone did an overlay of like the StubHub map. And then I don't remember where it was, but it was some city in like Iowa or whatever. They did the Zillow map and the resale market for the Knicks game, and is pretty similar. Apparently, you can buy you can buy a house in the Midwest for 35, 40 grand still.
You know that Jimmy Goldstein guy?
Yeah, he's the weird dude whose house was in like the Big Lebowski and.
Yeah, he used to sit courtside at
everything.
But he wasn't even a fan. Like, he would say that he wasn't a fan of anybody. He just loved the NBA, loved basketball.
Yeah.
He always got the same seat no matter what arena.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
How does he do that?
Money.
So
money.
what does he do? Like,
well,
he buys... Like,
he's got enough money and he's got enough reputation and probably has enough context where he
can just call somebody like, I'll pay you this money for the seat.
Yes.
And then the Blazers or whoever to be like, yeah, okay, sure, you can have this seat.
So you call the team and say, who owns that seat?
Right.
I'm Jimmy Goldstein. I want that seat.
Yeah.
That probably works something like that. I'm guessing that there is.
Start doing that.
I'm guessing that every team.
How do you think that'll go?
Yeah, just don't pay.
I'm guessing every team has a liaison. I know that there's one of the Blazers guys. He's in charge of what do they call it? His is premium seating. Like that's his whole thing. Is he deals with? He's a super nice guy. He deals with the he deals with the bigger people. Every team knows who's there's a section of importance, and my guess is the premium seating guy is the one that gets reached out to when someone important calls.
No, I get that. I just wonder why San Antonio then lets all the New York guys in there. Yeah. But maybe, like I said, maybe they just want him in there. It's cool to have Timothy Chalamet in San Antonio. Maybe it's just that simple. You'd want Timothy Chalamet in Portland, wouldn't you? Or would you rather have
well, you know me,
Ron Sloy?
I love Chalamet. No offense, Ron Sloy, but you're no Chalamet.
What if Ron Sloy sold his tickets to Timothy Chalamet? How do you feel about that?
I love Chalamet.
Ron's down in PS now. I mean,
just there living the dream.
He may just sell off to Spike Lee. We wouldn't like that.
I'm guessing
I guarantee you there'd be a show on the Fan raging about that.
Really?
Yes.
What are we doing? You can't win like this.
I'd be mad, yeah. Don't give up your tickets.
Stevie Freedom
Support
would
the team.
Don't give up.
There's Multnomah back. The Points Gobbler is next.
Join them. Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, Yankees have placed outfielder Aaron Judge on the 10-day IL with a stress fracture in his right rib. He has missed the last 3 games. Before that, Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback Baker Mayfield, he said that contract extension talks are not anywhere close to what they were thinking, but Mayfield did reiterate that he would like to stay in Tampa Bay long term. Chicago Bears Board of Directors voted to advance their stadium development in Hammond, Indiana. The Bears' announcement today does not guarantee the team's going to leave Illinois for Indiana, but according to a source, Indiana is in the lead, but there is still time for Illinois to get back in the race. NBA Finals Game 2, a little bit later on tonight. Spurs taking on the Knicks. Knicks got the upset in Game 1. They're up 1-0 series. San Antonio a 6.5-point favorite. Portland Timbers named T2 head coach Jack Cassidy as their new interim head coach as they look for a permanent replacement. And our Portland Fire back in action after a couple days off tonight. They're at home taking on the Phoenix Mercury. Portland 2.5-point favorites. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
All right, welcome back to our show. Nice to have you here. Rob and Suk. Got Joey Harrington next hour.
Yes. Live as always.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, that's important to know. As always.
Live on the program.
Live on the program.
So it's time for the gobbler.
Let's gobble.
Let's do it. Sark. Okay, so we've talked before about Steve Sarkisian kind of suddenly being rather mouthy.
Yeah. He's quickly climbing my ladder of unlikable coaches.
And we think he is trying to channel his inner Lane Kiffin.
Yeah.
And he's starting to understand the value of just chirping, and you get headlines, and it's good for you.
Yeah.
So he's taking shots at a lot of different entities. Now, this isn't really a shot, but it kind of is. Like, he can't give Kurt Signetti a compliment without sort of a backhand.
Sure.
So this was his latest. So Sark. Blah, 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 ba-doo, boo, boo. This is Greg McElroy's podcast. Okay. Always College Football is the name of it. Minutes into the discussion, Sarkisian brought up Signetti's approach at Indiana and praised the work he's done in Bloomington. Quote, says Steve Sarkisian, there's a lot of ways to find the path to make it. Kurt Signetti, an amazing job at Indiana. What he's done the last 2 years, there's not a guy in our profession who can't say what an unbelievable job. And the way he did it has been somewhat unconventional with the 6-year seniors, the transfers, the veteran group, the way they practice, all those things. Now, do you think that there is a but coming?
I would assume that there's a but coming. Because if Sark's giving all these compliments,
yes,
my guess is that here comes the but.
Here's the but. What do you think his but? What do you think he's going to say for his butt?
Boy, is he going to be?
He does have a butt.
Is it the schedule? Is he going to talk about the schedule? I'm trying to think of what you could tear down because you're not going to bring up money because you have more money than anyone. It's got to be the schedule that they don't play anybody.
It indeed is the schedule.
There you go.
He says, but one thing in there, he adjusted their schedule too, right?
Yeah.
So they've got a fresh team. They're playing a lot of players early in the year. They're a happy team. That's what Sark said.
So the reason why,
and I just didn't think he had to say that.
Well, of course not. But
I don't know what's
he has to have a qualifier. Yeah. By the way, this idea that some of the SEC guys have come up with, the idea that playing one tough game at the start of your season makes some sort of difference. So I get it, and I've been very critical of Indiana's schedule as well. It's ridiculous. It just is. But I understand why Kirk Cignetti does it, because ultimately the college football playoff rankings have told you that your schedule doesn't matter. Just win. If you win games at the end of the year, it matters not who you actually beat. If you lose games, then you're going to have to rely on that. But let's take Texas's schedule, for example. And now remember, in the SEC plays one less conference game than anyone else, right? They play they have another patsy. So
have they changed that?
Yes,
they're going to 9.
They're going to. So, but this is Texas. So the national title year, last year, I will give the fact that Texas played Ohio State. Cannot argue that. That was right out of the gates. That was a phenomenal game.
Oh, they have a 9-game schedule this year.
Yeah. They're changing it so that you no longer get the Tallahassee sisters.
I thought they
the
had
poor.
to wait a year.
No. So they played Ohio State in week 1. Give them all the credit in the world. I'm sure that was a tough game. It was 14-7. It was rugged, all that. After that, they played San Jose State, UTEP, and Sam Houston. And then they got into their SEC schedule. Whereas Indiana played Old Dominion, Kennesaw State, and Indiana State. And then they got into their schedule. So what Sark's argument is saying is that playing Ohio State at the start of the season is so detrimental. Like a month later, they got a month of cupcakes after that. But that one game against Ohio State was so physical and rugged because apparently his kids are such candy butts that they can't possibly recover from one game in a month of playing the San Jose States and the UTEPs and the Sam Houstons, which, by the way, they won 38-7, 55-0, 27-10. That's such an advantage. So at the end of the year, when it matters most, he's going to say that something that happened August 30th is the reason they lost November 15th to Georgia. And I wish someone in these interviews would push back. I would love Sark to say that, and where I could ask the question, please explain to me why a game on August 30th was so tough on you that it affected you. So their losses were October 4th and November 15th.
Well, isn't he just really saying that Indiana, if Indiana maybe had scheduled a game, I mean, obviously they played Ohio State in the...
Yes, they did.
Right, in their conference.
Yep.
But an out-of-conference game that was akin to Ohio State, isn't he just saying... He's still butthurt that he lost to Ohio State.
That's it.
That's really all
because
it is.
If Indiana had played Ohio State and lost, then they would have been 11-1,
right,
still gone to the playoff, still beaten Ohio State, and still won a national title. You are making an irrelevant argument that is all you're doing is you're just making excuses because your team didn't get it done.
But how valid is it? Because I feel like a lot of SEC coaches, they'll also talk about how the bottom of their conference is so good they have to prepare every single week, but the Big Ten doesn't.
But that doesn't matter.
They had a close game at Mississippi
State. You can only play who you play. So if you want to say that your schedule is so rough and tumble, fine, cool, great, no problem. It doesn't change the fact that Indiana can't play the SEC schedule. They can't. All they can do is control. So if you're going to bring up scheduling as the reason why Indiana won a national title, you are basically saying that your team is so soft that they can't recover from a game. You had a month of cupcakes. You played one tough game. I give you all the credit in the world. I don't understand why you played that game. I don't understand why you're playing it this year. Had you not played it, you probably would have gotten into the playoff. But you did choose to play it. You lost. That's on you. So you're upset that Cignetti was smarter than you, a better coach than you, and had a better team than you. Sounds like you're just jealous that Indiana is better and that you've been trying to build something at Texas for, I don't know when's the last time Texas had won a national title under Mac Brown, but it was quite some time ago. And Indiana did it in 2 years. It's just sour grapes.
How much control do you think Sark has over scheduling?
A ton.
Because I pulled up Texas's non-con future schedules just to see if he's changed his tune on this. And he's obviously changed his tune on scheduling.
Yes.
Because of the Ohio State game.
Yeah.
But they're playing Ohio State again this year. Probably not much you can do about that.
No.
But so this could change slowly over time. But at least for now, next year they play Michigan.
It's great.
2028 they play at Notre Dame. 2029 they host Notre Dame. So they have, and they're not shying away, at least yet, from the big non-conference game.
But here's what I'll say to Sark and anyone else: you can't schedule hard games, lose, and then cry. You are choosing to do it, and I commend you for doing it. Absolutely. But if there are two roads And one road is pretty easy and it's clear path and it's pretty level and uphill. And then the other road is kind of rocky and there's some sticker bushes on there and it's some switchbacks. And I'm going to run a race against you. And I'm like, you get to choose which path you want to run, and then you choose to run on the crooked path. At the end of the race, you don't get to complain. You are choosing to do this. And I commend you for being the tougher team, but you can't cry about it and then be like, well, Indiana. Especially on the head-to-head game, the team that you lost to, Indiana had to beat. I mean, at the end of the day, I find it laughable that anyone wants to be critical of Indiana. Because last year, despite playing Old Dominion, Kennesaw State, and Indiana, they kicked the living hell out of the number 9 team in the country. They kicked the living hell out of the number 3 team in the country. They didn't kick the hell, but they beat the number 1 team in the country, which was by far the best team in the country in Ohio State. They absolutely annihilated the number 9 team in the country. They humiliated the number 5 team in the country. And then they won a tough fought game in the national title against the number 10 team in the country. And you're going to sit there and try to tell me that it was Indiana's schedule that allowed them to do that because they were fresh? Hey, Sark, let's talk about depth. Indiana doesn't have depth. Indiana didn't even rotate players. Like you're too deep. I thought your 2 deep would win the Big 12. Indiana doesn't have necessarily a 2 deep. We're one of the thinnest teams in the country, and yet they did that. And so for him to be critical, again, it just kind of fuels my Sark is an insecure. He's just an insecure guy that hasn't been able to get over the hump. And Cignetti did it. And so, you have more resources, you have better players, you have better recruits, you have a better program, and he did something that you haven't been able to do. And I think that makes him very nervous and, quite frankly, insecure.
Yeah, this says he has significant advisory and veto power over the schedule, but he does not determine the schedule entirely on his own. It's collaborative.
Yeah.
But he has directly said that who the team targets will be reevaluated. The program will reevaluate their non-conference philosophy based on how the selection committee values strength of schedule.
Dude, I got a real good idea that game with Notre Dame ain't gonna happen.
Yeah,
I would agree. I just have a sinking feeling that when push comes to shove, and again, this is where I don't blame Sark. I'm not going to be a hypocrite. What happened to them with Ohio State? I totally get why Texas would look at that and be like, this makes no sense, especially now that we're having to play that 9th game and we're not getting another Sam Houston State. Totally understand why Texas says, nah, we're not doing this. Which is ultimately why that Notre Dame AD, was it Swerbrook, said that, in an ideal world, you'd have 30 or 40 teams and you would play elite teams every week.
I'm looking at Notre Dame's future schedules. Mm-hmm. So they've got, obviously, Texas home and home, 28-29.
Yeah.
Next year, they play Auburn, Notre Dame.
Okay.
So then they have the Texas home and homes. Then they play Indiana home and home, 2030 and 2031.
Nice.
Then they play at Florida, and then they play at Michigan.
Hey. The one thing you can never
they're not hiding it from anybody.
No, the one thing you cannot be critical of Notre Dame is over the years, even though Notre Dame has their weird, independent schedule, right? Because they're really the only true independent. And yeah, they have to backfill some games, but they play a couple tough ones every year. Now they do fill it in with some ACC fodder and the Rices of the world, but every year Notre Dame's going to have a couple big ones, including up until now they had USC.
So somebody texted us in and I looked it up. It's true. So Chris Del Conte is the Texas AD.
Yeah.
He has already cast doubt on the future of the home and home series with Notre Dame.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go.
He has stated that the games are only tentatively on the schedule.
Yes. That's code for they ain't playing.
Yeah, they're pivoting.
Yeah.
And like you said, can't blame them.
No.
But just shut up about it.
Exactly.
Rather than bitch about it, just shut up and do it.
Yeah, you chose your path. That's what you chose to do. So, eat it.
The question is, should Oregon do this? Like, because Oregon's got they're kind of switching it around a little bit though.
Yeah. But they've played this. They've played a soft schedule. No offense, but Boise State, Oklahoma State, and Portland State is soft as big.
Well, they actually are doing this. So look at so this is Oregon's future non-conference.
Yeah.
And again, they don't schedule them as far out as they used to.
Yeah.
But they have next year. So they have, like you said, Boise State, Oklahoma State, Portland State.
Nobody.
And that Oklahoma State game is perfect because it's like that's the toughest of, and I know Oklahoma State had a really bad year last year.
Yeah.
But like we said, in the NIL era now, and a new coach brings in a new quarterback and basically a whole new team in 1 year.
Everything could change.
Oklahoma State could be a decent team.
Could be.
But Oregon's not going to lose to Oklahoma State, or at least they shouldn't. That's a good game to play. Like, if you want to kind of beef up your strength of schedule without playing somebody like, LSU.
Yeah.
Oklahoma State's perfect.
Yes.
Or a Purdue or whatever, know. Next year, Eastern Washington, Coastal Carolina, and Western Kentucky.
Nobody.
2028, North Dakota State and Oregon State, and they still have a third. They got a book. 2029, Portland State, Utah State, Oregon State. 2031-32, both the Oregon State games. And then 2033, that Texas Tech. There's a Texas Tech game on there.
So let me just. I wanted to go back
and I assume, isn't that because Oregon went down to Texas Tech a couple years ago.
Yes.
So that's probably the second one.
The second one.
They pushed it out to 2033.
So if we take a 10-year period from 2022 till that, so that's actually an 11-year period, right? An 11-year period. If we're going to give them credit for Texas Tech being an elite team, they have played one other real non-conference game in that time, and that was Georgia.
We're talking about Texas?
No, Oregon.
Oh.
Oregon has played exactly one real marquee game.
Because they used to play used to play some really tough non-con games.
Yeah, so they had Georgia in 2022 and give them fair credit for that, right?
Yeah.
That was a doozy.
But they got smoked.
I'm
sure Lanning went straight to the ADs like, "Yeah, could you
But then they played Portland State, Hawaii, and Colorado. And Texas Tech, who was not good, by the way. Texas Tech had not risen up. When that was scheduled, Texas Tech was like playing Colorado. So that was nobody. 2024, they played Idaho, Boise State, and Oregon State. Again, nothing. And then last year, they played Montana State, Oklahoma State, Northwestern. Nothing. And this year, they played Boise State, Oklahoma State, Portland State. Nothing. And as you mentioned, going forward, so they're
smart.
They have taken an Indiana-esque approach, knowing that in this world, in the Big Ten, if you're a 2-loss team, you are in. And with Oregon's talent, you don't challenge yourself in the postseason. I'm not going to say it's impossible to lose 3 conference games, but it is highly unlikely that you are going to lose 3 conference games. You're just not. I mean, that entire conference, there's maybe 3 teams that are a 50-50, and you're just not going to lose 3 of those games. When Oregon schedules like this, they are almost a shoo-in to be in the college football playoff.
Isn't it interesting that so it's like what we're talking about with Sark is basically like Lanning just bitching constantly about that Georgia game, right?
Yes.
Like that's basically what it is. Because if Lanning didn't like that and went to the AD, it worked because the very next year, as you pointed out, they have under Lanning since they have completely flipped their scheduling philosophy.
Yeah.
So I would imagine Lanning had something to do with that.
Yeah.
Because they didn't just play Georgia that year. They also played BYU. Who was in the top 15.
Yeah.
And they won. But so at least my point here is that Lanning, this is kind of why I like Lanning.
Yeah.
Part of why I like Lanning is he just shut up and went to the AD.
Yeah.
Possibly. I don't know that to be
I'm
true.
guessing they just said,
whereas Sark continues to harp on it in the media.
Yeah.
Even though he also went to the AD and they're talking about it. They're going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just, dude, shut up.
Yeah.
If you don't like something,
it's one of my
pivot.
It's one of my favorite things about Lanning. Whatever you think of him as a coach, whatever. One of my absolute favorite things about him is I have never once heard Lanning make an excuse. I've never heard Lanning once whine about something. He doesn't whine about schedule. He didn't whine about the layoff. He didn't whine about the lack of layoff. He never talked about the schedule.
It's so refreshing.
It is. He just is like,
these guys are such babies.
Exactly.
It's unbelievable.
Sark's a baby bitch. And
I like that. We need to clip that. Can we clip that? Put that with the bitch montage. I think that'll work. Slide right in there.
So,
he's a bitch. This son of a bitch. Holy cow.
And so I appreciate that Lanning takes that approach.
That whiny bitch.
All right, there's your gobbler.
And gobble we did.
No applause for that? It's amazing there's no applause
never,
for that.
People have said they've never seen a college football segment like that.
College football points gobbler, let's go. All right, in the news is next, I think, right?
You are correct, sir.
Is that where we're at?
We are there.
Yeah, no more foie gras. Foie gras.
It's gone.
It is gone.
Gua,
at
gua,
least
gua.
here.
Yeah.
And some people aren't happy about it. And other people are happy about it. We'll see what Stevie Freedom thinks about it. Or maybe Stevie Woke will have an opinion next.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, the Yankees. They placed MVP outfielder Aaron Judge on the 10-day IL today. Judge has a stress fracture in his right rib. Bucs quarterback Baker Mayfield, he said that contract extension talks are not anywhere close to what they were thinking, but Mayfield did reiterate that he would love to stay in Tampa Bay long term. Chicago Bears Board of Directors voted to advance their stadium development in Hammond, Indiana, not in Illinois. The Bears announcement does not guarantee the team will leave Illinois, and according to a source, while Indiana is in the lead to move the Bears because of their dome stadium, Illinois can still get back in the race. NBA Finals Game 2, Spurs taking on the Knicks in San Antonio. Knicks up 1-0 in the series. Spurs are 6.5-point favorites in Game 2. Portland Timbers named T2 head coach Jack Cassidy as their interim head coach as they look for a permanent head coach to replace Phil Neville. And our Portland Fire back in action at the Motor Center tonight, taking on the Phoenix Mercury. Fire 2.5-point favorites. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
All right, nice to have you along here for a juicy little Friday program. It is June 5, 2026. It is time now for In the News. I am your noted and humble newsman.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
True story.
Thank you. Please be seated.
Oh, no.
We are watching Troy beat Little Rock in the Super Regionals of the college baseball tournament.
It's not even close.
It's not.
What's Little Rock even doing?
What are they doing?
I do like in baseball how you can get Troy and Little Rock on the doorsteps of the World Series.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
That's kind of fun.
Little Rock, I think, is a real big underdog here. I feel like Troy is actually pretty good, although I don't know that to be true.
I just know, like, in college hockey and baseball, like, you don't have to be a big school, and you can still be elite. I kind of think that's fun. Whereas in basketball and football, it's money talks. I'm sure Troy has a real robust NIL fund.
We were talking about this on Monday while you were gone, and we don't need to belabor this. We've got some news to deliver, but does it feel like the same schools are winning a lot more because of NIL? Like the Oregons, the Texas Techs,
sure.
The Texases, the Alabamas, like in all the sports, is what I'm saying.
Well, it's like, Oregon's going to have a leg up in baseball because they just, it's just resource.
Well, they're going to have a leg up in everything. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Like, I feel like the same teams are kind of starting to.
The athletic departments that have the big budgets are going to. It's always going to be that way, and I think it's tilting even more.
Well, it's always been that way.
Yes.
But now we have some schools like Indiana or Tech.
But I just think it's
that have really invested in the NIL.
Yes, I still think it's fun that in some sports, a school like Little Rock or Troy can still compete with the big boys.
Well, we had Eastern Michigan, the golf team.
Yeah.
Some tech bro gave a bunch of money to the golf team, and their girls got to the semifinal. Eastern Michigan. They got to the semifinals of the women's college.
Because it doesn't take that much money to compete in those sports, and so you can put your resources. Little Rock doesn't have a football team, and so they can dump their resources into baseball, or Eastern Michigan into women's golf.
It's brought to you by the Advocates, injury attorneys at advocateslaw.com. Today, hot air balloon day.
Yeah, I got no time for the hot air balloon. I think it'd be kind of cool to go up in one, but quite frankly, they kind of freak me out.
It is also Hug an Atheist Day.
Oh, I'll give you a squeeze.
Yeah, hug me.
It's also Ferris Bueller Day. 41 years ago, Ferris Bueller took the day off.
Wow.
Yeah. June 5th. June 5th is the day he took off.
Oh, but that was 41 years ago that movie came out?
Yeah, 41 years ago that movie came out, and in the movie, June 5th is the day that he takes off. So every year that always pops up.
That makes me feel old.
I know, right?
I was 10 when that thing came out?
Yeah.
Well, no, 9.
Well, now look at Matthew Broderick. It's hard to explain to my kids that Matthew Broderick at one point was the coolest kid in the world. Because now he's just kind of an old fat guy.
Is he?
Yeah.
I haven't seen him.
He has not aged particularly well. He's, he just looks like a normal old guy.
Yeah.
Right? Like he didn't. Especially now in today's world where a lot of people like in their 60s still look like Ben Stiller is probably 60. He looks great. Matthew Broderick looks kind of
looks like Matthew Broderick, but older.
Yeah.
Do we know anything about him? Is he a good dude?
He's married. He's been married to Sarah Jessica Parker forever. That's
all we know.
That's all I know. I don't know if
I hope he's a good dude.
I've never heard anything bad about him. He seems delightful, but I don't know.
Hug an atheist, okay?
Yeah.
And as I like to say, we're all atheists regarding 99% of the gods people have faith in.
Yes.
Some of us just take it one god further.
I always appreciate that.
In your life!
So, what do I have for you? Oh, the foie gras story.
Rah, rah, rah. Yes.
Foie gras.
I always think about the
Christmas Vacation.
Toy Story. Yeah. Whenever you
Toy Story.
Now, God, why can't I say it? A Christmas Story.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Rah, 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 rah,
I was gonna have to follow your lead there because I've never seen Toy Story. No. So I was like,
You never seen Toy Story?
No.
Come on, dude. God, the Toy Story movies are amazing. Toy Story 3, you will cry at the end, or you have no soul. When they're going into the fire.
Wait, did you just admit you have no soul?
No soul.
You didn't get.
I didn't cry. No.
You didn't get a little teary-eyed.
They're cartoon toys, so no, I did not get emotionally attached to them.
Wow.
I love Toy Story. I watched it all the time as a kid. Great. Toy Story 3, great ending. I did not cry.
My God.
Have you ever cried in a movie?
I think Steven's dead inside.
What movie? You say yeah?
I don't know. Sure I have.
You don't know?
That means you've never cried.
No, I have. I take it back.
Have you ever cried ever?
The movie was Room.
What?
Room. It was about a girl who it was based on a true story. She got kidnapped, like walking to school or something by a guy, and he made her live in a room, and he would like.
Oh, I think Brie Larson.
Yeah, Brie Larson.
I remember that.
When she broke out of the room and ran to the cops, and the kid was there.
There you go. That movie is a gut punch. So you're not dead inside.
No.
You cried.
I legit was bawling.
I'm still judging you that you didn't get teary-eyed at the end of Toy Story 3.
I teared up in The Sixth Man as well.
The Sixth Man?
With
Who's that
it has
about?
Marlon Wayans and Kadeem Hardison is from the mid-90s.
You teared up at
Is that like a basketball
movie? Yeah. The guy dies. The guy,
What?
he dies playing in the basketball game. On the court, he has a heart attack and he dies.
Paint Gather style?
Titanic get you at all?
Never seen it.
You never seen Titanic?
No.
Project X. I remember crying at Project X.
Speaking of Matthew Broderick.
Yeah. A couple of people are weighing in about. Apparently, he had a car accident overseas that was really bad, killed some people.
Oh yeah, that is a controversy.
1987.
Yeah, it was way back when.
So, when would? Okay, what year was Ferris Bueller? How many years ago is 41 years? Okay, yes, I can't do the math right now.
So what year did you say?
1987.
So this Bueller at 41 years would be 85 or 86, depending on when it came out.
So right after Ferris Bueller's Day Off came out, he was in Ireland driving a rented car. He crossed into the wrong lane and collided head-on with another car. The driver, Anna Gallagher, and her mother were both killed instantly. He was vacationing with Jennifer Grey, whom he had begun dating. He suffered a fractured leg and ribs and concussion and a collapsed lung. Gray's injuries included severe whiplash. He told police he had no recollection of the crash and did not know why he had been in the wrong lane. What I first remember is waking up in the hospital with a very strange feeling going on in my leg. He was charged with causing the death by dangerous driving and faced up to 5 years in prison, but was convicted of the lesser charge of careless driving and fined $175 US.
Wow. So, I mean, I don't know. Does that make him a bad guy that he had an accident?
Well, it depends on why.
Yeah, we don't know.
But it says the victim's family called the verdict a travesty of justice. The victim's brother later forgave Broderick and made plans to meet him. In February 2012, Broderick was featured in a multi-million-dollar Honda commercial that aired. Doherty said that the meeting had still not taken place, that Broderick wasn't the greatest choice of drivers, knowing his past.
Interesting.
Wow.
Don't know enough about it, but yeah, that's not good.
Where was I? Jerry?
I don't know. I don't think we had started the news.
I think you do know.
I don't. I've yet to hear a news story.
You do know. I am delivering foie gras news.
Oh, yes. Rah, 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 rah. That's how that whole thing started.
Yep.
You know what? I lied. You did.
You knew.
Yeah, I knew.
You knew.
I knew.
And you forgot.
Me and Matthew Broderick, we made mistakes and we were young. It was after 9/11. I had a lot going on.
That's right. Where's the story? Oh, here it is. So we've talked about this before. The foie gras. I struggle with it. And I'm glad it's banned because now we don't have to talk about it.
Exactly. It'd be like if Jared Goff was getting banned in Portland and I had to talk about it. Like it'd be, I'll have the Jared Goff. It's going to be problematic.
So foie gras is where it's like fatty duck liver.
Yes.
And they do terrible things to the duck to get the foie gras.
Yeah.
And
they force feed the duck. Yeah. Basically, they hold open its mouth until it explodes.
Yeah. And then they eat that. I don't know why we need that.
I don't know.
But apparently people need that. But the Portland City Council, in a courageous maneuver, has passed the ban on foie gras in a 7-5 vote, a narrow vote.
Well, let me say this.
It has happened.
I have no respect for the Portland City Council, but whatsoever, and I think they're ridiculous. This is...
Go Dutch.
I'm on board with this.
I'm on board with this, too.
There's no reason for...
There's no reason for it.
No.
Like, why do we need that?
And I get it. Like, animals don't get treated well, and I like meat as much as the next guy, but the idea that you literally have to torture an animal and kill it so that you can eat one part of it, I'm not down.
Do you want to know what's not an argument? Because I saw this on the news last night.
Yeah.
And they had a restaurateur on there. And I love the restaurant business. I'm all for the restaurant business. Yes. I support the restaurant business. And one of the guys was on there, and I forget who he was or what his place was. I think he was a brewery guy. Mm-hmm. And because he was the counter argument, and he said, well, where does it stop?
How about there?
I always hate that argument. It's like, that's not an argument.
No.
Like, where does it stop? And then he brought up, like, crab.
Yeah.
And what we do to crab, which is kind of awful, too. But,
yeah.
So, yeah, exactly. Like, how about it stops just there?
There.
Just with that one.
Yeah.
Like, why do you have to take it so far? Nobody's taking it that far. This one instance.
Yeah, you're torturing animals.
And you have no good argument otherwise.
No. Your argument is the whole industry is awful, therefore everything should be allowed. What do they always say? Perfect is the greatest enemy of better. So this may not be perfect, but it's better. And I'm sorry that a handful of people don't get their decadent food. Go to hell.
Is it any good? I've never even had it.
I don't know. I've never had it, but like I don't care that you don't get it. I really don't. Whatever.
So now, the city will prohibit the sale of foie gras sourced from force-fed birds.
So can you get it if it's ethically sourced then?
Sounds like the yes.
Okay, well then what's the problem? Isn't that an actual fair compromise? And if that's the case, then again, double hats off to the city council, because almost every issue there can be some middle ground. There really can be. And yet seemingly we're never able to find it. So if you can have it ethically sourced, by all means, go for it.
So restaurants will now have 6 months to transition away from serving foie gras, force-fed foie gras, FFFG.
That just seems great.
Making the deadline December 1st. And if you do it after that, if you serve it, or even give it away, you could be fined up to 5,000 United States dollars.
Yeah, no one's going to prison. Just, we're trying to eliminate animal abuse. Cool. Anything that makes the meat industry more ethical, I'm all for it. Like, why wouldn't you want that?
Yeah, like what's the downside of that?
I don't get
like,
it.
Do people
Where does it end?
How about just
where's it in, man?
Trying to make it why don't we try to make a tough industry? And I get it because we're killing animals to eat them. How about we try to make it as humane as possible? How about that? How about that's where it ends? We're just try to use common sense and practical applications.
I'm not even an animal guy, and I think it's crazy that we do that.
Yeah, Steven hates animals.
It's true.
Stevie Freedom hates them.
Yeah.
He doesn't even think monkeys are cute. He doesn't think that little monkey. What's that little monkey with
Punch?
Punch.
He was cute.
He doesn't think Punch is cute.
He was cute. I just thought
he didn't care that Punch was getting beat up.
He didn't.
I didn't. I mean,
he did not
what am I going to do?
Well, you're not going to do anything, but you can still have compassion for the little guy.
What does that do for Punch? Nothing?
Well, nothing, but you should have that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I thoroughly enjoyed that.
So counselors debated this. Apparently, it was a very...
I get it.
It was a very back and forth thing.
Probably because a bunch of people were like, where does it end?
Well, one counselor said, listen, I respect this counselor. Her name is Loretta Smith. She said, I'm from District 1, I do not have any restaurants in my district that serve foie gras.
Yeah.
Therefore, she's like, I plead ignorance. I don't know.
Yeah. And by the way, again, I love that we're taking rational approaches with this lady's like, I couldn't tell you. It has nothing to do with me.
This is Rational Friday. What's going on
This
here?
is Rational Friday, and I don't know what to make of this.
I love it. I'm putting it in my notes. Zimmerman, another councilman, said, I don't give a damn about foie gras. I don't. I really don't. But I do, without cursing, give a damn about the role in which government plays.
I thought he meant like the roll, like actual rolls.
Oh, I do. I do like. Look, if we're banning,
I do give a damn
if
about
we're
bread.
banning rolls, I'm gonna be pissed.
No, why would you ban warm
Right.
bread?
I don't know.
I may not care about Punch the Monkey, but I care about those rolls.
And it is true. Don't give me a cold roll. If I'm sitting down and you give me a Bush League like cold roll, no. You heat that bitch up.
That's walk outwardly.
Exactly.
Some butter on there.
So here's one argument.
Need some nice olive oil, some balsamic vinegar. Now I want a roll.
This is a restaurateur. He said a ban on foie gras would be performative action, making no substantive change for the environment or animal welfare in Portland or in the United States of America. And I disagree with that, actually. You can only do what you can do.
Exactly.
Right?
You can't ban it worldwide. You can't ban it in our country. We
don't have the power
No.
to change the world,
Yeah.
but we can do what's right in our city. That's also a bad argument.
And really, is the La Pigeon guy going out of business because he can't serve this? Get bent. How many restaurants does this really affect? I'm sorry that you don't get to... And you can still serve it, you just can't serve it force-fed. Oh well, sorry we inconvenienced you.
Very hot topic.
It's not quite as fatty and as delicious. For once, this may be the only time I've ever sided with the city council. So to the hook guy, kudos to you, unless he voted...
Well, no, he might have voted against
That's
it.
true.
I don't know. I don't know how the votes broke out. But it was, like I said, it was 7-5.
Yeah.
Very close. All right, coming up next, traffic cams in Sherwood are nabbing fools. And Crater Lake is not closed.
You sure about that?
No, I'm not. Wait, I am. It's not closed. All right, welcome back.
What?
It is June 5th, 2026. This is in the news. Last week, 2 mobile speed safety cameras set up by the Sherwood Police Department. This was at the intersection of Southwest Oregon and Southwest Lower Roy Street.
I think this whole thing is crap, by the way.
They went live.
Yeah.
Aimed at catching speeders. They set it at anybody going more than 11 miles per hour over the 25 mile per hour speed limit. In less than a week, officers say more than 1,000 drivers have fallen into that camp and will be getting warnings.
Well, at least they're giving them a warning.
In the mail.
Dude, speed cameras are like traffic cameras, speed cameras. Dude, get bent.
They got me once.
That's
still bad.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I've been hit by those.
Iceland got me with like 9 of them. When you go to leave the country and you go to like return your car, they give you like a whole like detailed printout of all the.
They had a manila folder full of things you did. Well,
dude, it's like high res. They're like, here's where you parked. Here's where you're like, God bless Iceland. You just pay it all at once. You're like, here you go. I just hate that. It's like China has this. Like in China, they have more cameras than people, and like it's like, no matter what you do, they just catch you. It's like some sort of just like evil apocalyptic society where just Big Brother's watching you and handing you out tickets. No. You catch me speeding, write me a ticket.
You gotta catch me.
You gotta catch me. Just get a picture of me speeding. It's ridiculous.
I have to ask.
AI picture.
This is a bad question, okay, and I will admit that right off the top. I am not a bad driver. Okay, I'm not.
Okay.
But I do have my share of tickets.
I'm an okay driver. I'm not gonna say I'm a good driver.
Yeah, I'm fine.
My wife
I'm with you. I'm fine.
My wife is a good driver.
Yeah.
Like she's good.
Okay.
How often do you actually know the speed limit? Because I never know what it is. I never look at the signs. It's a feel.
Oh.
You know?
Well,
I'm always aware of what the speed limit is.
Mine has
So you look at the sign every time?
Every time, yeah.
Okay,
Wow.
I gotta come clean. My car has like a heads-up display, and the speed limit is literally
on there, yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Well, I have it
it's
on my...
projected on the windshield, like I can't miss it. And my car lets me know when I'm speeding.
So I have it on the... if you have
Like on
Google
Maps.
Google
Yeah,
Maps
Google
up,
Maps.
it'll have it on there, and I will look at it on there.
Yeah.
Because it's right next to my own speed.
Yeah.
So then I can go,
Yeah.
maybe I should step on the gas.
My car flashes the speed limit at me if I've exceeded it, and then it turns red if I exceed it too much. It gives
mad
me
at you.
It gives me various.
But before that,
Yeah.
did you look at
No,
signs?
but I
like
had
you know what?
but I
Like
had
if you're in
rough
a
idea.
neighborhood,
You know it's
that's what I mean.
25.
So we're the same.
We're the same.
I think a lot of people are like this. I'll check the. Actually, I really won't check the sign. I'll see it.
Yeah.
But you know kind of what the speed limit should be.
You got an idea.
Like if you're in a neighborhood, you're not going anything over 25 miles an hour. Maybe 30.
Sure.
30.
Nary more than 35.
Exactly. There's a feel to the speed limit, which is why
Yeah.
I think tickets should be based on I don't feel tardy.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't feel
Vibe.
that I was speedy.
I was keeping up with the flow of traffic.
Exactly. That's my point. If I'm on the road and everyone's doing 65 and I'm doing 74 and the speed limit's set 55, I should not get a ticket. I'm going within 4 to 6 miles of the traffic flow. That's
Where does it end, though, guys?
where does it end?
Where does it end?
Tickets.
So here's a guy who says, I've gotten 3 speeding tickets in the last 9 months.
Ooh, that's tough.
From traffic cameras here in Salem, all going 12 miles over every time. The other day, I got a letter in the mail that says, as my punishment, I'm forbidden from driving during the hours of midnight to 5 a.m. for the entire month of July.
What?
I kid you not.
You're on timeout? The Salem Police Department is giving you a timeout
But
in the
only
corner?
from midnight to 5. Why?
What are you doing at midnight to 5?
You have a curfew.
Oh my God. What is happening?
That is weird.
Is that a real thing?
He says,
Is
I
that
kid
legal?
you not.
Again, that's one of those that I'm questioning, but I want it to be real because I think it's hilarious.
It is kind of. Yeah.
Okay, so
You're kind of in trouble, but not really.
let's say you get that letter.
Yeah.
Are you following that?
Well, where do I have to be at?
Well, you might be out. Yeah. Who knows?
You're out and about.
Interesting. I'm leaving a bar at midnight, and I'm like, I can't drive.
Well, if you leave in a bar, you've been drinking.
Well, that's true. Okay, I'm not leaving a bar. I'm leaving a restaurant that's open. I've had nothing to drink, but I realize it's 12:15, so I have to Uber home because I'm not allowed to drive at midnight. Why wouldn't I just? Why wouldn't I just make sure I drive the speed limit?
You could risk it.
Yeah, I'm just driving the speed limit.
I think that's what I'm doing too.
I got popped for a ticket going down to Bend like 2 years ago, and I will say that for about 6 months, I minded my P's and Q's.
Why?
Well, you didn't want to get another one because insurance and all that. Yeah. So, and it was a pretty decent ticket.
Yeah, I got popped going to Bend too.
Yeah, you got me.
There's one little area that they get you every time.
Yes.
It's right before Black Butte.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
They're always right through there.
Yeah, and he's like yelling at me like as if I was going to kill someone. I'm like, oh, for God's sakes. But yeah, after that, like.
Did you say that to him?
I thought it was a little ridiculous.
You hinted to the man.
I just was like, it's like there's no one around. It's like, who am I endangering?
Calm down, goofball.
Yeah, there's not another car anywhere around me. Like, who am I endangering besides myself? And am I really endangering myself? But yeah, when you get a ticket, don't you slow down for a bit?
Well, I don't really speed all that often, but. So no, I drive the same no matter what, and that's probably part of my problem.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't gotten a speeding ticket, except that one in Bend, in probably the last 15 years.
Yeah, it's been a while. That one was my big one. I will say though, the best part about COVID, the amount of laws that I broke driving on a day-to-day basis during COVID, I cannot tell you the amount of fines I should have occurred. I'd say my average speed going over the 205 bridge during COVID, 98 miles an hour.
I loved COVID.
There was no one on the road. No one. How are you, if there's no one on the bridge at like 1 o'clock, how are you expected to go 55 miles an hour? It's not going to happen. 84 was amazing. I'm not saying I liked COVID. Just saying from a traffic standpoint.
It was a simpler time.
It was a simpler time. And the other one, there were no police either. Like, no one pulled anyone over. It was kind of a speeder's Shangri-La. It was great. No dong, no belief. I had a Shelby Mustang at the time. It was wonderful. It was the happiest me and my car have ever been. And then, COVID had to end.
No, Crater Lake is not closed. Apparently, they're having a problem with people thinking it's closed.
Really?
Yeah, because a lot of the national headlines wrote about their... so they have closed the
access?
The trail down, to like...
Yeah, isn't there only like one part?
Yeah.
To like go down?
Yeah. So they made their closure of that part public last summer, and some national news outlets kind of buried the lead. And a lot of people around the country thought... They were left with the impression that the park was shut down until 2029 because it's going to take a while to work on this, and they're pleading with the public.
Come on down.
We're open.
We're open.
Get your buns on up here.
Interesting.
Take a look at our lake.
So if you're wondering, if you're thinking to yourself, "Hey, should I go to?" And can't you just Google that, by the way?
Yeah, but you read a thing then you're like,
"Yeah, I'm not going." To be fair, I don't know if I've ever Googled. Like, if I'm going to a park, if it's open. But I've also never been Wally-word, but I'm guessing that would be very disappointing if that.
So what if you were met by John Candy?
Well, he's dead, but.
I know, but what if John Candy were there?
Well,
you go to
Disney.
No, you go to Crater Lake.
Yeah.
And you hit the head of the Cleetwood Cove Trail.
Yeah.
To go down to the lake, and John Candy is there.
Yeah.
And he says, "Sorry, folks, park's closed."
I'm not gonna lie. While I would be disappointed that I drove all the way to Crater Lake,
that'd be amazing.
It would probably be worth it if I got to hang out with John Candy.
You get a selfie.
He seems like a delightful individual.
Yeah. So just know Crater Lake is open, but Cleetwood Cove Trail is not.
Important safety measures.
And that is your In the News for June 5, 2026. Brought to you by the Advocates, injury attorneys at advocateslaw.com. Got a few headlines. We've got Joey Harrington coming up on The Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, New York Yankees. Today they have placed MVP outfielder Aaron Judge on the 10-day IL. Judge has a stress fracture in his right rib. Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback Baker Mayfield, he said that contract extension talks with the Bucs are not anywhere close to what they were thinking. Mayfield did reiterate, though, that he wants to stay in Tampa Bay long term. Chicago Bears Board of Directors voted to advance their stadium development in Hammond, Indiana, not in Illinois. The Bears' announcement today does not guarantee that the team will leave Illinois, but according to a source, while Indiana's in the lead to move the Bears across state lines to build a dome stadium, Illinois can still get back in the race. NBA Finals Game 2 tonight. Knicks up 1-0 in the series over the Spurs, but we're still in San Antonio. San Antonio a 6.5-point favorite in that game. Portland Timbers, they have named T2 head coach Jack Cassidy as their new interim head coach as they look for a permanent replacement for Phil Neville. And our Portland Fire back in action at the Moda Center tonight, taking on the Phoenix Mercury. Fire 2.5-point favorites. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Welcome back. Hope you're having a nice little Friday. We are your sportsmen. My name, Isaac. His name, Souk.
Right here.
Look at him.
A little unfrozen caveman lawyer there.
He's right over there. Stevie Fire. Stevie Brackets. Stevie Woke. Also known now as Stevie Freedom.
That's right.
His alter ego.
Mm-hmm.
He is on the controls.
He's known by many names.
We have 2 hours left for you. Joey Harrington will be a part of our 2 hours.
When do we get the old round ball rock here? When do we get NBA?
I think 5:30, right?
5:30?
Am I right about that? Sports Desk?
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
It was 5:30 the other night.
Sounds about right.
And
did you know it's at the Frost Bank Center?
I did.
Did we talk about that? I feel like maybe.
No, we didn't.
Frost Bank Center.
Yeah, what is... So, obviously, just the name of a bank?
Yeah, when I just looked up the score of it, it was this Frost Bank Center. I was like, they play in the Frost Bank Center?
Do you bank at Frost?
I do not. Never heard of Frost Bank. It's just kind of a weird place in San Antonio to have the Frost Center.
Well, anyway, Joey coming up here for the malfunctioning epiglottis. Talk to him about some cool stuff, sports and all these things that are going on.
Oh,
yeah. Coming up tonight in the club, we have robot videos. We have cows maybe getting collars.
Cows getting collars.
Yes.
The robot video is great, by the way. I mean, not for that little kid, but...
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Waiting for the robot uprising, and I mean against the robots. It's only a matter of time before people start taking to the streets to destroy the robots.
We also have America's newest and most unlikely social media sensation.
Okay.
What?
I'm trying to think of the last time I enjoyed a social media sensation.
Well, I don't know if you'll love this one.
I liked Sweet Brown. Remember the I got bronchitis.
Yeah, she was great.
I liked her.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah.
We had her on.
Yeah, Sweet Brown was great.
She was sweet.
She was fun. The rough talking Bigfoot guy.
I
liked him.
We didn't have him on.
Yeah. I had to turn down.
I don't think he had a phone.
Someone asked me to be in a social media thing today, and I had to turn it down.
Beautiful hair.
It's a little awkward.
You didn't want to go viral?
No. He does little skits in videos at the gym, and he asked me to be in one. And
that ain't no bird.
He's like, "You're okay with that, right?" And I had to be like, "Yeah."
Yeah, no.
No.
I don't do social media, and if I do, you have to pay me.
I'm
very famous.
It was a little weird when someone asks you to do something. It's a little awkward to say no, but under no circumstances am I going to act in your
Well, at least he
skit.
asked. You know.
Well, he wanted me to do a skit. He has to.
Well, I know, but he asked you. Well, yeah, right. It's not like he's asking permission to like film you.
No.
He needs your.
Yeah, he does little. Like I said, he does little skits.
Yeah, that's stupid. You should have called me. I would have come out and done it.
He does little videos. He was like, "Hey, Suk, you're cool, right?" And I was, "No,
what?
I'm not.
You're cool, right? Who asked that?
I'm not cool."
Hey, Steve, you're cool, right?
Hell yeah.
That was how it was asked, and I had I had to say, "No, I'm not cool."
So America's newest and most unlikely social media sensation is a man, and I'm guessing Stevie Freedom will not like this man.
Okay, he's against freedom.
So that's in the club. A couple headlines: Aaron Judge out 4-6.
Yeah, stress fracture of the old rib.
Yankees a half game back of the Rays in the AL East.
Now we're gonna get all the rib experts. When someone's hurt, they're gonna call him a candy ass.
Yeah, there's a doctor who's made a living off of that on social meds.
Yeah, I follow actually a couple of those guys that try to lay out.
Yeah, they're like real doctors, and they say, okay, here's the injury that Aaron Judge has, and here's
I actually think
it could be helpful.
Yeah, it's an interesting follow. But he started off on a really nice run, and then he struggled lately. And one of the guys broke down why that would be so painful. I can imagine having a fractured rib would affect the swing. Baseball is one of those weird sports because obviously it gets labeled as not being a tough guy sport, but in almost every other sport you can kind of tough through things. But if you're a pitcher and you get like a blister on your finger, you can't throw. If you're a player and you've got a mild oblique strain, how the hell are you supposed to swing on 98-mile-an-hour cheese? It's a sport that's really hard to power through things. It's little things can take you out.
Brandon Roy back in the news.
And what's old B. Roy up to?
What do you think?
Well,
why would I give you a story about Brandon Roy?
Well, either it's something.
Awesome.
It's either some. I was going to say careful with that's Stevie Fire's hero. It's either something involving coaching or something really
Brandon.
bad.
That's my guy. Brandon Roy's my favorite Blazer of all time as well.
He's wonderful.
Although I have no other favorite Blazers.
No?
So
you don't have another favorite Blazer?
No, I'm not a Blazer fan. But I did like him because he would always come on our show and he was really nice.
He was a nice guy. Hopefully it's something good, like he got a new coaching gig and not some sort of domestic violence DUI.
Oh, no, it's nothing like that.
Okay.
But it is a little bit nefarious, Chase.
Uh-oh.
A little nefarious.
We're in the Damian Lillard territory?
Nope. Nearly 1 year after Brandon Roy was dismissed as Garfield High School's boys basketball coach, internal records obtained by My Northwest have shed light on what led to the surprise firing.
Okay.
I remember he got fired.
I do remember that, yes.
A student from Auburn Mountain View High School was allegedly offered an apartment, a car, $2,000, and paid driver's education if he would transfer to Garfield to play basketball.
Wait. So, I'm all for this, but driver's education?
Well, you probably didn't know how to drive. So you can't give a kid a car if he doesn't know how to drive.
We're going to give you a car and we're going to teach you. Is that the first time ever?
That's a nice little perk.
I was going to say, is that the first time ever that someone has bribed someone with driver's education? Hey, we're going to get you some hose. We're going to get you a car, get you a nice place, give you some cash. Oh, and by the way, we're going to hook you up with Coach Dean over there, who in his spare time teaches driver's ed. You get to cruise around in your 2002 Honda Civic, and he's going to teach you the finer points of the road. That was part of the package?
Yeah.
Dude, that's amazing.
Probably put it over the top.
He's like, yeah, I'm not. Whoa. Driver's education? Yeah, that's a $295 value right there. Oh, my God.
Well, I'm guessing.
Count me in.
So they offer the kid an apartment, a car in 2000, and then he says, well, I can't drive. And they're like, oh, well, we'll throw in driver's ed.
We'll teach you how to drive.
We really want you. We want to show you how committed we are to you.
Oh, yeah, I guess that would get you fired, but, Yeah.
Whatever. So the allegations of the itemized gifts the Auburn student who has not been named was set to receive were stated in multiple emails between high-ranking faculty members within Seattle Public Schools, including the principal of Garfield High.
So now Stevie Fire can't comment on this because he's also Stevie High School basketball, but
he can comment.
Stevie Fire, how common is this in the world of douchebag high school basketball?
Like Oswego. Very common.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
But you're also not supposed to do it? Like if you get caught doing it, then...
Right. But you also want to get the best kids at your school. And
So he said basically he didn't do a good enough job of hiding.
Right, you didn't cheat good enough.
Yeah, he probably got caught on the driver's ed.
Brandon Roy's too good of a guy. He got caught cheating.
I think that's what this is. Brandon Roy is too sweet of a guy, so he didn't know how to hide his cheating.
He's just too naturally good at what he does, and so he can't even cheat right.
Yeah.
Apparently, the kid who was being recruited was sharing a bedroom with his brother in his parents' apartment, and there was a 4-way phone call in which Brandon Roy joined the call, and the offers were discussed. So, yeah, that's why he got fired.
I got offered to go live in the basement of the Tumwater High School football coach when I was a senior. Where's my driver's ed? Where's my $2,000? This is ridiculous. Had that coach ponied up a little bit for me, maybe I would have gone.
See, now it's on the up and up. Now if you're good at basketball, you just get paid NIL.
Yeah, it's way better.
In high school?
Yeah.
100%, yeah.
Is that what they're doing now?
Yeah,
I think some states don't have it, but then...
So where do they get the money? Just from rich people?
Yeah, rich people.
Like your boy.
But with that being said...
Tyron Stokes, he literally changed high schools the day before the season started.
Yeah.
Does he get to keep the money from the other high school?
I don't know if he was getting paid by the other high school, but he went to a school, I believe, in Washington.
Almost all the big... In fact, that's why... Remember Quinn Ewers? He left high school in Texas because Texas, I'm sure they've changed it, but Texas didn't allow high school kids to get NIL. So he's like, well, screw this, I'm out of here. And so, yeah, if you're a big-time player now in high school, you're getting paid for the AAU stuff. You're getting paid for the 7-on-7.
Yeah,
so.
the day before the season started, he went to Rainier Beach.
Yeah.
Like, that was a whole big thing of he's being recruited by a couple different high schools.
So give him his job back because now it's not a big deal.
Right.
So basically, retroactively, he's done nothing wrong. Brandon Roy is a saint. I think that's what we can conclude.
We knew that.
We knew that.
That's why I get Suk. I get him.
Yeah.
So you didn't.
He didn't.
Is Indiana getting another NFL team?
Certainly looks like it.
The Bears board of directors voted to advance their stadium development in the booming metropolis of Hammond, Indiana.
Yeah, I think they're asking. Illinois for $5 billion, which they're not going to get. And I think it was Schefter. They said that while there's still work to be done, it would take something very unusual at this point for them to go back to Illinois. They are going to be the Hammond Bears.
Wow. Well, they're not going to be the.
They're not going to be the.
They're going to be the Chicago Bears.
They'll be Chicago Bears.
And if you're wondering, it is south. It's like it's like a 20-minute drive from Chicago.
Yes.
Right.
But I mean, it is
South.
a little weird. But at the same time, the New York Jets and the New York Giants both play in New Jersey. So this is not the first time this has happened, but people of Chicago are none too thrilled about this.
Well, the Chiefs are moving from Missouri to Kansas.
Yes. The only difference is it's still Kansas City. Does that soften the blow at all? That it's Kansas City to Kansas City, but it's
I
different
don't think
state?
to the people there.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, so the other proposed site in Arlington Heights for the Bears, it's actually much closer. Downtown Chicago is much closer to Hammond, Indiana, than it is.
Right. That's way up northwest, isn't it? Suburb. Arlington
yes.
Heights.
Yeah.
And they're, like I said, they're asking for so much money. They're basically giving them a poison pill. It's like, hey, you want to keep us? Here's the money, and if not, we'll just go to Indiana. Plus, I think it was either the mayor or the governor. I don't know if it was the mayor of Hammond or if it was the governor. He teased that big news was coming next week. It's subtle. So the Bears are moving, and I think it's going to be indoors, too.
Yeah, it's a dome.
It's going to be a dome.
Do you think we'll eventually have all the new stadiums be domes? Do you think that will happen?
I mean, already we're going that way. I think there will still be some holdouts. Obviously, the Bills just built theirs, and that's still an outdoor.
Yeah, I guess that.
So that one will be around for 20 plus years. But the vast majority of stadiums are going to be
even
domes.
LA built a dome.
LA built.
It's not.
It's a dome.
It's got a cover.
It's indoors. Yes. So I just think the idea now, especially with these things being publicly financed for the most part, you want more, and you can put events. SoFi year round, it doesn't matter about weather. And obviously LA, it's not as big a deal, but some people were being mildly critical of Buffalo. Like, if you're going to spend that money and you're going to spend the city's money, wouldn't you want dates there in the winter? Because now you can't have anything there for 6 months out of the year in Buffalo. Whereas if you build a dome, so I think Kansas City's building a dome, Chicago's building a dome. I'll look it up, but I want to say that there's it's like 6 or 7 true outdoor stadiums left in the NFL. There's not many.
I would say I'll miss Chicago outdoor football.
Yes.
But I won't.
No?
No, because it's always windy and makes the games kind of crappy there.
But that's kind of the
I know. There's some allure to that.
Uh-huh. Isn't that football?
Yeah, no, there's some allure to that for sure. That's what I was about to say is like, I'm going to miss that, but I don't know that I will in the end.
So right now you have Lambeau, which will never change. Soldier Field, and that's gone because the Bears are going to a dome. Highmark in Buffalo just opened. The Browns is open. Kansas City, and that's going to a dome, so that'll change. Miami, and eventually they're going to get a field, and they've talked about that will be a dome as well. And then MetLife and the Broncos. That's it. Those are the only open-air stadiums. And Denver is going to get a new one, and I believe Denver's is domed as well, because I think the talk was once Denver and Kansas City complete it, that entire division will play indoors. Because everyone in that division will be indoors. So I believe Denver is going inside as well.
All right, coming up next in the email, functioning epiglottis, Joey Harrington, live on our show. Here's what I've teed up for him.
Oh, real quick, by the way, as someone pointed out, I missed it down there at the bottom. Seattle, not in the dome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's open air.
Seattle.
Yep.
Forgot about them.
Yep.
Seattle.
And they're doing the Buffalo where a lot of those seats are covered. But it is open air.
So what I've teed up for Joey, it's Joey Magic Wand time.
Ooh.
If the Ducks could win a football, basketball, and baseball title, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And they could beat the same school in the championship game of all three, excluding Washington and Oregon State, which school would he want to beat?
Oh, okay. That's kind of fun.
I thought that was kind of fun.
Kind of mush those two things together.
Who do you think he'll say?
Because you may hate one. Well, he's going to say Washington.
No, you can't. Like I said,
Washington
and Oregon State excluded.
Yeah, it's funny because I know it's both. Huh.
Will he say Texas?
Texas might. Texas, Ohio State. I feel like Ohio State's got a little something.
Maybe Ohio State?
Yeah.
Guess what? Get to find out. Coming up next.
Plus, add one.
from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This update brought to you by Mountaintop Metal Roofing. No maintenance, energy efficient, fire resistant, and a lifetime warranty. Do it once, do it right. Visit mountaintopmetalroofing.com. First on the Fan, New York Yankees MVP outfielder Aaron Judge was placed on the 10-day IL today. Judge has missed the last couple games with a stress fracture of his right rib. Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback Baker Mayfield, he said that contract extension talks are not anywhere close to where he was thinking. Mayfield did reiterate, though, that he would like to stay in Tampa Bay for the long term. Chicago Bears board of directors voted to advance their stadium development in Hammond, Indiana. The Bears' announcement today does not guarantee the team will leave Illinois, but according to a source, Indiana has a big lead, with Illinois having a chance to get back in the race. NBA Finals Game 2, Spurs-Knicks, about to tip off here in about 10 minutes or so. Knicks up 1-0 in the series. Spurs 6.5-point favorite. And your Portland Fire, they're taking on the Phoenix Mercury tonight. Fire up to 4.5-point favorites as the Mercury have a couple of injuries. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Waking up on Monday and the coffee just can't quite wash away last night's 6-pack of hams. But Tuesday brings the promise of making things all right. But you still drive to work in your family's minivan. The doctor calls on Wednesday, right before your flight, to talk about your colorectal exam. You're back to work on Thursday and your boss is all uptight 'cause you didn't push your best-selling brand. But now it's the Friday drive and it's story time. Yes, it's story time. The one time a week when you can truly plan to kick back and listen to story time. Yes, it's story time. We're pushing it out on every airwave we can. We're on both 105.1 and 1080 The Fan. Part of the Fan's Global Sports Radio Network.
All right, it's time for Joey. You know the routine. What's up?
Hi.
Hi. What are you doing right now? What are you doing right now?
I'm sitting at Wilshire Park. Actually, I'm sitting in the car at Wilshire Park.
I'm guessing some sort of soccer practice.
Very close. It is the post-8th grade clap-out kickball parents versus kids extravaganza.
Did you just play kickball?
I just played kickball.
That's pretty badass.
And I'm not going to lie.
You got hurt.
No, I stretched a lot this morning, so I didn't. The parents blew a 2-run lead in the bottom of the last, and Emmett had the walk-off RBI.
Wow.
Frankly, I mean, it was kind of an error on one of the parents. You know, I'm not going to call them out. You know, I'm not going to say, you know, it was their fault or anything, but it
was.
Yeah, but it was. Yeah, no, it definitely was. And yeah, we lost.
How competitive does Graphite Joey get at something like a kid kickball game? Because some parents, they're out for blood, and others, you know, I mean, you were a professional athlete, for God's sakes.
So we had this conversation last week in a different sense.
Yeah.
And I don't get competitive. I like to have like fun and encourage, you know, the parents to get back, you know, hey, all right, you know, who's up next? All right. You know, I'm that guy. I'm the guy that when I would coach basketball, I'd sit down and talk with all the parents before. It's like, all right, here's the expectations. I'm the coach. You're the parent. You know, like your job is to be in the stand. My job is to be on the court. And when you hear me, you're going to hear me a lot. And my voice is going to be loud. It's going to be excitable. But I'm never going to yell at your kid, right? I'm going to be, you know, I'm animated and I'm going to be coaching, and I'm going to be competing and in this space and making sure everybody's trying to learn and have a good time. But I'm never going to be overly competitive to the point where I get angry and I don't know, I just have it's just such a turn off to see parents I cross that line where it's like, dude, you are embarrassing yourself.
Yeah, it's pretty absurd.
Yeah, it can be
the
bad.
lack of awareness is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Now, maybe Emmett can get some NIL money for kickball. You think there's some kickball NIL
something there
hanging out there?
That might not be a bad idea.
I loved kickball when I was young.
Explore that, considering we're now not crossing the line, but starting to have those conversations with Jack about college, and it's like, good God, this isn't $6,000 of in-state tuition like it was. When oh my Lord.
Wait, so what are you talking about? I know he plays soccer, right? Isn't he a goaltender?
Correct. He's a goalkeeper. Goaltender would be
goalkeeper. Sorry,
could be ice hockey, right?
Yeah,
the goaltender, or maybe lacrosse. I don't know. No, he's a keeper and is hoping to play in college. And we're having a few of these conversations, and it's like, oh, great. All right, coach, I appreciate it. It's good to meet you. And, we'll see you at the game. And sure, I'm happy to send that film along. And wait, it costs what? No. I meant just I wasn't asking about just I wasn't asking about 4 years. I was asking about just this 1 year. Yeah. Oh no, that's still the price. Gotcha.
Yeah. I thought you were alluding to the offer, the NIL talks.
That's
what I thought.
God, no! I wish we had some NIL talk going on. that could offset the. Some of these schools.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We had two schools that we had conversations with that the all-in number was $84,000 and $91,000 a year.
A year?
When did a year? Yeah.
Where the hell's he going?
Tuition, exactly. Tuition is $68,000, and then you have room and board, and then you have the meal plan, and then it's $80. Call it $85,000.
Well, we live in Washington, and my daughter, she goes to Portland State, and she was wanting to go to the University of Oregon, and so I was like, oh, that's great. And it's like, we'll go down there, and we checked it out, and out of state tuition, all in at the University of Oregon, is $66,000.
What?
66. The tuition alone, I believe, was 48, and we were like, come again? And Portland State does a reciprocal with Vancouver, so it's in state plus it's 8% or whatever. But yeah, right. We looked at Oregon in the first year. They make you be in the dorms, the meal plan or whatever. And when we went through it, we went down there and did the tour and everything, and we went and they talked to us. And yeah, I want to say it was all in. I want to say they told us $66,000, and I laughed and shook.
That's a state school.
That's a state. I laughed and shook their hand, and I was like, well, I appreciate it, but. Honey, you're going to be a Viking. And I'm like, I know you kind of thought Eugene was cool, but it's not 66,000. Or I did give her the option. I'm like, you can have dad play for Portland State, or you can take out loans to go to Eugene. Yeah, it was, and I know Oregon's a good school, but $66,000 to go to state school, that seemed a bit much.
Thanks a lot, Obama. and I'm not kidding. Somebody on the text line's blaming Obama.
Jeez.
That's why I said that. Hey, so it's Joey Harrington magic wand time, okay? Now,
I have a magic wand?
Yeah, we're giving you one.
Harry Potter style.
So
sweet. Awesome. Wait, hold on. Is it like Malfoy wand? Is it like Bellatrix Lestrange wand?
You get to pick
it Dumbledore
you get to pick your
Elder wand? Like what? What kind of wand are we talking about?
Haven't you been to the Harry Potter world?
Yes, I have, and I know that that you don't pick the wand picks you.
Exactly.
So what kind of wand is picking me?
I can't tell you that.
Boy,
I don't know what kind of wand.
Totally over my skis.
Rob has nothing.
I have nothing on that.
Rob, put yourself in a depth that you have no idea. You're swimming in a pool. You got no idea.
Rob's a muggle. He doesn't know what the hell is going on over there.
He's a muggle.
I got nothing. I don't know what that means. So choose your wand, and it's because this was inspired by the fact that Oregon is playing in the super regional of the baseball tournament against Texas tomorrow. So I'll give you your magic wand. You wave it. I will give you the Ducks winning a title in football, basketball, and baseball. Okay, all three you win. And you beat the same school in the championship game of all three titles. Excluding Washington and Oregon State, which school would you want to beat most?
So we have to play the same team in all three, and it can't be Washington.
Because you knew you'd pick. You know you'd pick Washington.
Yeah, of course. You can't. Yeah, get out of here. You're getting buzzed with that. Buzzed with that. Buzzed. Buzzard. Buzzed. This. That.
Okay, I'm vacillating between USC.
Ooh, that's good. I didn't even think about that.
And Texas.
Yeah, we thought maybe Texas.
We thought Texas, but we also thought Ohio State.
Yeah, but Ohio State doesn't carry the weight in. I mean, I guess Greg Oden, Michael Redd in basketball. You know, Ohio State baseball. I don't know. I'm thinking of like who in all three of those that still has some like general hatred. Like there's a general hatred for USC.
I think
there's a general hatred for Texas. Yeah, I might have to say. After the break, I'll decide between SC and Texas. But I think that's where I'm.
I think the SC one is because we both were kind of thinking Texas but USC is sneaky. Like
that's a good one. You could break their hearts 3 times.
Yeah, and I think I think USC over the last couple of years has kind of lost some of the steam. But deep down, if USC gets good again, that'll come back. That'll come back.
We'll see, but USC has a strong baseball program. USC obviously has a history in football. USC has been fairly relevant in basketball on and off for the the better part of that. I mean, hey, Baby Jordan, Harold Miner. Yeah. I mean, we got some history there. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of. I guess I was just more thinking of like who's the most smug, who has the biggest ego out of all of these places. I mean, it kind of comes back to that conversation we had a week or two ago where you asked a question and it was like, no, Alabama just doesn't hold that, that weight anymore. Georgia is just like, man, whatever.
Yeah, I think it was a rivalry. It was like who you'd want to create a new rivalry with.
Yeah.
What about Notre Dame? Does Notre Dame enter the chat at all?
No, because I dislike Notre Dame now because of the finances and that whole the business side of things. There was still a part of me, like I grew up a Notre Dame kid. Like I grew up with a picture of Rick Mirer and Jerome Bettis and Reggie Brooks on my wall. Like that's there's still something that's foundational for me there.
Okay. All right. You decide between Texas and USC, and then we'll come back and we'll talk more about it with the great Joey Harrington, courtesy of Mott's PDX on the Fan.
The Fan.
All right, we're with Joey Harrington, courtesy of Mods PDX. He is fresh off of his very controversial kickball win.
Rumor has it he was saucing.
We lost.
I thought you said your kid got the game-winning.
Oh, but yeah, his kid was playing against him. It was parents versus kids.
Parents against kids.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, we lost.
I remember doing that with my daughter, like in soccer back in the day. Yeah. One of those things.
How do you lose to the kids?
Have some pride.
Come on, man.
I don't know. Talk to the guy who dropped the ball in right field. I mean, you know.
You want to name him? Call him out on the
Name
radio?
names? Shame him?
Did you ever as a sports dad, before we get back to the Ducks question, as a sports dad, what was your thought on letting your kids win?
I did it for a little bit.
Until what age?
It wasn't so much an age thing as much as it was like
confidence.
I wanted them to enjoy it, right? Like for me, it was like, sure, of course I can beat a 7-year-old, but like I want him. Yeah, I want him to. Well, not in kickball apparently, but I want them to enjoy sport, and like they're not going to enjoy it if they just get hammered by dad every time.
That's true.
Okay. Yeah, that was.
Look at you being rational again.
I always did I made sure it was competitive to where it came down to like the last play, and then I tried to make them kind of earn the last one, right? Like I made sure the game stayed close.
At a certain age, that's like an 11 or 12-year-old.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And then like if we're playing basketball, I'm going to keep it close, and then the final shot, I'm going to make you hit like a 15-footer. And you can have it open, but you're going to have to hit that. And I always try to do that. You just kept it close. I've never understood the dad that beat down their kid. It's like humiliated them in anything. I never understood that.
Okay, did you decide Texas, USC?
I did.
Who you got?
I did. Well, I'm going to tell you a story.
Okay.
So it is story time.
It is story time. So it was the off season of 2003, I believe. It's 03 or 04. No, because I was on Hazelfront, so it must have been 04. And we had that massive snowstorm in Portland, right? Where we got like 6 inches of snow and then like 2 inches of ice and then like another 4 inches of snow on top of the whole city shut down. Mm-hmm. And so me and a couple buddies, we were literally snowed into the house for a week. And we were sitting around and like, God, we got to go somewhere warm. And so it's got to be Southern Hemisphere. And we played the spin the globe game and we put our finger on New Zealand. So we are on this like epic 24-year-old, adventure in New Zealand. And we show up at the top of this crevasse. And I mean, we didn't just show up. We were part of a tour group. And we're all like muck boot, wetsuit, and we're going to abseil down the edge of this like sheer cliff here, right? Down into like this underground river. And there's a couple people in the group with us, and we get over the top of this thing, and we're looking down like, oh, my God. And this guy I hear from the back, he goes, we got cliffs twice this big in Texas.
Uh-oh. And
I was like, what the hell? Right, so we, all right, fine. We clip in, carabiner, like down, down, the steer rock wall into this underground river, and we're, muck boots, and the water's up to our shins. And I say, all right, well, you got to get your hard hats and your lights on because it's gonna, we're getting into this cave and it's gonna be pitch black. And the guy says behind us, he's like, we got caves twice this dark in Texas. What the hell is like, oh my God. Okay. So we get down into this cave and it starts getting smaller and smaller, and to the point where like we had to like crawl down through this space, and we've got our headlamps on. And so the guide directs us down, and there's this flat rock, and it's probably, let's call it 15 feet across. And you can see, he said, I want you to lay on your back on this rock. And you could see the ceiling above us. You could just about reach out and touch us. Not quite, a little bit further away. And it says, on 3, I want you to click your light off. And, we're just going to sit here. It's like, all right, cool. What's going on? 1, 2, 3. Everybody clicks their light off. And I kid you not, there were probably 1 million glowworms across of this, the ceiling of this cave. And it was one of those moments where like it just like took your breath away because you had no idea that it was coming. Like we just had your your headlamps on, and you're crawling through the crap, and then click it off, and it's like you're staring at the starry sky. And it was almost not like a religious experience, but it was one of those things like, oh my God, like, are we really in this place right now that like you had that moment like, oh, okay, like this place is bigger than me, like that sense of place moment. And from the other side of the rock, I hear the guy say, we got glowworms twice as bright in Texas. I was like, shut up! Shut up! So my answer to you is Texas.
Yeah.
Because there is an arrogance and just this ego that exists from people. Every single person in Texas, every single person in the history of the state of Texas. No, obviously not. But like, it's everything's bigger in Texas. Everything's better in Texas. Like, sometimes just shut up and get kicked in the teeth and realize, you know what? You're not that great. And the world doesn't revolve around you.
I love it.
I love everything about that. It's phenomenal. I went to, when I was in Italy, we got a private tour of the Vatican. It was like us and like 15 other people. And we got to open the Vatican. We were there before anyone else. It was amazing.
Oh, that's right.
Right?
You told me, yeah.
Yeah, and that was the Sistine Chapel, and the lady that got picked to open it was a Texas, and she yee-hawed. She full on made an absolute embarrassment of herself opening that, and was yee-hawing and yahooing, and was like, Texas proud. It was... all I could think about when you were telling that story was shut the hell up and understand the moment. But you can't, because you're from Texas, and you got to make sure everyone knows you're from Texas. Amen.
Do you think that guy would be proud that 20, however many years later, he is the subject? He was the tiebreaker for the Texas USC question of which team you would want to beat most in the championships. I think he'd be proud of that.
Yeah, probably because he's from Texas. Like New York fan and like New York person gets a lot of crap for like the edge. Texas person is just as bad because like Texas is like we should.
No. I'm gonna. New York person is something. There's passion. But there's an indifference at the end of it with New York.
Yes.
Like there's just like, yeah, all right, whatever, forget about it. Like there's they're going to cheer, they're going to root for the Knicks and give them my team, but they're not going to, I don't know, there's an arrogance that exists. That
100%
with Texas that does not exist with sure, New York can be brash, New York can be in your face, but that's different than thinking you are the greatest. There is humility. Let's put it that way. A New York Knicks fan can say, you know what, we haven't won a championship since 1973. A Texas fan will just tell you about all the. No.
Yeah. You are so right about Texas.
Where is the college baseball championship in your power rankings of Ducks championships should they win one in terms of like obviously you'd want to win the college football playoff first, and then I'm guessing the NCAA basketball tournament men's second, but I don't know, maybe not. Where is the baseball championship if the Ducks were to win one? Is that next in line after the big two?
What would my next option be?
Well, probably women's hoops, maybe. And I was thinking baseball because Oregon State won 3, and that probably, you can't have that. You gotta match them with at least one, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, there's no men's soccer. There's wrestling is gone. I mean,
softball.
It's gotta be. I mean, softball is awesome.
It is awesome.
Yeah, softball is pretty
good. So fast.
Golf.
Golf. Yeah. I mean, it's got to be baseball. I think maybe women's basketball. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think I can rank. I want all Ducks to win.
I know you do. So so let's say this. I'll give you a football title, but no other sport can ever win a title. Are you okay with it?
It's pretty good. Don't be selfish.
Ever.
That's right.
That's it. Football.
You could win multiple football titles, but I'm giving you one.
No more track and field.
And it's off. Yeah, TNF it's over.
It's gone.
You can't do that. I have the magic wand.
Yeah, Rob doesn't. Yeah, the
I
muggle.
chose the elder wand. Yeah. I chose the elder wand, and you're just a muggle. So right. You don't get that power.
Okay. So wave your magic wand. What is the next? So, well, I think you already answered this. So it's baseball.
Yeah.
You wave your magic wand, give the Ducks a title, not football, not men's basketball. You want the baseball.
But here's my thing. I will sit and I will watch football games. I will sit and I will watch basketball games. I'll watch the basketball tournament, right? Very rarely do I sit and watch any of the other Oregon sports on a weekly basis, right? And that's why I'm having a hard time saying, yeah, of course, I'm watching all the regionals and the super regionals, right? Of course, like when the women's basketball is in the NCAAs, I'm watching those games. When golf is in the NCAAs, I'm following along, track and field. But none of those get into the daily routine or the weekly routine for me, where it's like, hey, Saturday, 3 p.m., ABC.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, hey, okay. Ducks are playing in the Sweet 16. Hey, are we going to fly down there? Like that, for whatever reason, football and basketball, they do that. And maybe I'm not, maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm a bad Oregon fan, but like,
I think that's everybody. I think that's the most,
You know what would be funny? Somebody texted and said, after that great story about the Texas guy, you should have said, and I choose USC.
And after all that.
That being said.
F you.
Well.
Screw you, Carson Palmer.
I'm sorry about your kickball loss.
Yeah.
That sucks.
It's tough. It's tough.
But buy Emmett some ice cream.
Your kid's going to rub it in.
Yeah. I'll probably pull out the graphite shafts and, and just
go hit some balls.
And I'll be just fine after a bucket.
All right. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, you too.
All right. We'll do. Thank you, Joey. Mods PDX. The future building is here. Okay, coming up, let's see. What do we have? Oh, man, I got all kinds of stories here. We have robots in clown wigs.
Yeah.
Kicking people.
Karate kicking people.
Cows getting collars. We have America's newest and most unlikely social media sensation.
Okay.
All coming up.
Suddenly a lot to get to.
On The Fan.
It's time. From the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, Game 2 of the NBA Finals going on right now. Knicks up 1-0 in this series. We're about midway through the first period. Spurs up 20-16 over the New York Knicks. Spurs were 6.5-point favorites coming into the game. New York Yankees, they placed outfielder Aaron Judge on the 10-day IL with a stress fracture of his right rib. Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback Baker Mayfield, he said that contract extension talks are not anywhere close to what they were thinking, but he also did reiterate that he would like to stay in Tampa long term. Chicago Bears Board of Directors voted to advance their stadium development in Hammond, Indiana. The Bears' announcement today does not guarantee the team is going to leave Illinois, but according to a source, while Indiana's in the lead to move the Bears across state lines to build a dome stadium, Illinois can still get back in the race. Portland Timbers named T2 head coach Jack Cassidy as the main Timbers head coach on the interim status as they look for a permanent hire. And the Portland Fire, our Portland Fire, take on the Phoenix Mercury tonight from the Moda Center. Fire 3.5-point favorites. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Go. The only thing that's off limits are the words you can't say thanks to the FCC.
They don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand that?
We've given away too much to arrive at these political compromises. Yeah.
Google me, bitch.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Well, my.
We'll do it live.
So look for porn, Dan. Porn.
True story.
He's a bitch.
We think. Hold on, everybody. Here's the situation.
What is the freaking Panthers doing?
Okay, we apologize.
It's time for the club, baby.
No.
On 105.1 and 1080, The Fan.
I don't hate my kids. I love my kids. I hate being a dad.
All right, welcome back.
That is one of my favorite drops. Like it's surpassed My Son Is an Idiot.
I don't hate my kids. I love my kids. I hate being a dad.
I love that so much.
My son is an idiot.
Also, Stevie Fire had a phenomenal. Stephen Vaughn is he's a good Twitter follower. He doesn't put out a lot of stuff, but he does. It's quality. And he tweeted one. It was yesterday, and is that your house?
That is my house. Yeah, on the Ring camera.
Yeah. So and that's the older boy.
Yes.
Yeah.
My older son Lincoln. He's 11.
So the 11-year-old. So he's walking it, and the boy is in front, and he's getting ready to go in the house, and Steven's right behind him, and the boy does the leg lift and just lets go. It's
I can play for it. Luckily he lifted his leg too, because it gave me a second to back up. So I do back up, and I'm like, "Come on, dude!" That's all I say to him. But he had just got done like at soccer practice, so he's just like, he's all just trying to get his body back. But it was pretty good.
Yeah,
just let it rip, huh?
Oh yeah, dude, he fired. I mean, it is a good one too. He fired it off.
It was so good. You went out onto the Ring camera footage. That's fantastic.
I saw that and immediately just started laughing.
Yeah, I immediately went to Ring because he had trouble opening the door because we have like when the fingerprint door locks, and it wasn't reading his fingerprint, and so he was struggling, and so the Ring definitely caught it. And as soon as he farted, I'm like, I got to go back and watch that, and it was good.
It was well played. The leg lift. I mean, it's just, and he'd been plotting that the entire way up the driveway.
And his little giggle afterwards, he knows, he's like, got dad, got him. It's like, God.
So that's good parenting right there. The kid's a seasoned pro with the leg lift.
Right. As I said, my tweet was, I'm not the best dad, but there are signs that I know I did a good job raising my boy.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Lincoln, you big stud. Mm-hmm. Next time, do that with the ladies, kid. It works.
Fire that one off in front of mom. Where the girl you got a crush on, right? Is that how 11-year-olds are doing it nowadays? You fart on the girl that you like?
Just lift your leg up and fart. Just go.
Yeah. Wasn't that a hell of a thing? Like when you were a kid, like you picked on the girl that you liked. Sort of weird.
Yeah, and the girls like chase you.
Sort of weird and bizarre.
Yeah, they didn't know what to do. Just did what came natural.
They still don't know what to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a valid point.
All right. We have viral video of a robot in a clown wig.
Is this China, by the way?
I think so. It looks like it. Maybe it's not. I don't know.
Well, it isn't. It is an Asian.
Yeah. Well, because of it is yes. Everyone in it is Asian.
Yes.
But I say China because I don't know. I feel like the AI stuff there is very advanced.
The robot. It says it's a Chinese robot.
Yeah. So it's a robot, and he's got a clown wig on, like a purple wig, what is that? Turquoise?
Yeah, it's like a light blue.
And he's dancing, kind of, cut some rug.
A little bit.
And there's all these people standing around him, and he literally kicks a little Chinese kid into boiler.
The kid's like 8 years old.
The kid doubles over in pain. And the best is you guys got to see this video. The best part of it is the robot's reaction.
And the robot like backs up.
Yeah, the robot is stunned.
I think the robot knows that it screwed up
exactly.
and that someone's coming to destroy it. Like, if the robot is at all self-aware, he has to realize that's the moment where you're like, oops. You ever had a dog that, like, bites someone and it immediately knows, oh, crap, like, I've crossed a line. Maybe there's, like, inherently they knows. I think the robot knows that he crossed a line, and that robot is about to get turned off.
Because it just froze for, like, 2 or 3 seconds.
Well, he stumbles backwards.
And then started backing up.
Yeah.
I have watched that thing on loop now, like, 9 times, and it gets funnier every time.
And
there's a little boy's reaction, the little boy next to the other one. I love that no one really cares. It's just like one boy like leans over to him like, are you all right? You all right?
Yeah, they don't really tend to the boy.
They kind of just pull him off to the side and throw him on the ground.
Get out of the way. What's the matter?
We got robots. By the way, why is he going from dancing to roundhouse kicking?
Well, he was kind of just dancing.
No, that's a kick.
That was a kick.
That's a full-on roundhouse kick.
You can roundhouse kick and dance.
Can you? Well, David Lee Roth style.
Yeah.
I'd like to believe that who's ever controlling that robot set that up. Like that kid's like probably an ass and is picking on the other little boys, and he's like, watch this.
Well, that kid's shorter than all the other kids. If the kid was a little short, that's right to the dome.
Yeah. Yeah. Or a little taller, it's right to the nuggets.
Right.
Like, if that's your kid, are you upset that your kid got booted by the robot, or are you laughing hysterically?
Laughing. Get out of the way, kid.
Yeah, I'm loving it. And hopefully it's on video for to play for him when he's older.
I'm just like going through and watching the reactions of all the other people, and it is shocking because there's adults there too. It's shocking how no one seems to care.
What is that?
Now, I'm not familiar with Chinese society. Are robots just kicking little kids like all throughout China at this point? Is this just like a normal Tuesday in Beijing? Because something tells me if that happened in Texas, some dad would pull out his gun and start opening fire on the robot.
What wrestling move would you drop on the robot?
Ooh.
Would you suplex him?
I think maybe a nice DDT.
Oh, the DDT.
The DDT would be kind of fun. Or, you know. What
was the one where you turn them upside down and then you drop them on their head?
Yeah, the pile driver.
Yeah. Pile driver would be good.
See, I'd want to just kick it in the face.
Problem is, what if that thing's made of metal?
That's true.
And you kicked it and you just ended up breaking your foot.
Good call. Good call.
Yeah. I don't know how sturdy any of these robots are, but, you ever have that where you go to kick something and all you do is you hurt yourself twice? Because I've had that happen. Yeah.
The people want your Twitter handle, Stevie.
It is at Steven, STEVEN _ VON. Vaughn.
VON.
VON, yeah.
But that's not how you spell your last name.
That is not, no. But at Steven _ Vaughn.
Are you going to be okay when robots are amongst us? Are you fine with that?
I wouldn't say fine, but yeah, I wouldn't say fine. I would just say we just need guardrails.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm like, and also as I watch the video, and it is hilarious. it does kind of give me the heebie-jeebies that I don't know. I go back to this. So no one's controlling that robot, obviously, because if it was like that, obviously that thing's just programmed to dance. But who's programming it? What is its program? And now we're relying on that program to not do.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like the robot thing, it doesn't frighten me as much as other people, but I do hear it's the AI people, the people that are building these are the ones sounding the warning. Warning bells.
Yeah.
And I do hear that. So we just need to have guardrail. Like we can't let it get to a certain point.
Yeah.
Do I have faith that we can do that? I don't know. I'm not smart enough to know that. But generally speaking, I don't know. The robots are kind of cool.
I would have thought that the robot, if you would have asked me years ago, I would have been like, oh yeah, bring on the robots. Let's do it. Robot everything. Robot butler, robot this. But the more I see the videos, there's something visceral when I watch a robot where it seems like...
It's kind of terrifying.
It seems so unnatural and just so... And maybe we're just conditioned because of like pop culture and all that, like Sideline Systems and Skynet and all that, Terminator. But like, as I watch them move, they obviously move. They're getting more and more lifelike, but they're not. And there's just so many things about it that kind of raise my anxiety. And I'm not certain. And I know in my lifetime it's going to happen. I'm not certain what I'm gonna feel as I'm walking down the road, and you're going to get something to eat or whatever. You're going to a bar, and walking behind you is a robot. That will make me already. Does anyone else do that? Like, I don't like people being behind me. Like, if I'm out on a walk or whatever and I hear people behind me, I turn around like they probably think I'm creepy because I'll turn around like 5-6 times. Like, if you're stalking me and your idea is to scare me, you better have a gun or a knife. Yeah, I don't like people being behind me.
Oh no.
The idea of me turning around and seeing a robot, I don't think I could walk. I think I would have to let the robot pass me. I would not want that thing behind me.
Would you pick a fight with it?
I don't think I'd pick a fight with it, but I would also have very little tolerance for it.
I know, but what if it did something that you would normally fight a human
I'd rip its head
over?
Off. I'd rip its head off. But then you reach the point of what if that robot can kill me?
I was going to say, wait a minute. Be careful.
Exactly. I don't know. That's the other one, too, is like, there is talk. I told you there's here we go again, and down in Texas. There's a Texas company that's building drones to attack school shooters. What could possibly go wrong with that? Like, I just...
Robots are like crows.
A little bit.
Don't look them in the eye.
Don't look them in the eye. Don't piss them off. I just don't see how this is productive for us. I really don't, but it feels like we're marching towards it. But you're right. Every time I read one of these articles, it is the people that are making them that are screaming from the mountaintops that...
Yeah, they're like, dude, this is bad.
This is not like we need to do something about this. Like
and
the government's farming some of this stuff out for like weapon systems. You're like, oh my God.
Yeah. So the hard part now is just the job situation. People losing their jobs. Like that has started.
Yeah.
And it's not... I mean, it's like in mass.
Yes.
And that's... So then you start to worry about... It's like the practical thing of like the economy and, and then you're talking about your 401k and you start thinking about that way.
Yeah.
And it's not really even about robots. It's just about the technology and what it's doing to our society.
And how long before someone just takes a bunch of bats and beats the hell out of one of these things? We're... Some robot delivery driver just gets hijacked and they just kick the living hell out of it.
I mean, don't you think they'll eventually take over?
It feels that
Humans will be gone. They will be. And it's not, I don't know. I don't think that's going to be, next week. But seriously. Yeah. And we deserve it.
And what happens too when the other one will be weird is when they start putting skin on the robots.
Ooh.
That will be
hot.
Ugh, that's going to be terrifying. Because at least right now they have that, and they all have the same look. Like every robot you see that's a humanoid robot looks the exact same way. What happens when that thing starts looking a little more,
sexy?
Well, there's one. What happens when that starts making a little more like?
They're gonna have to give them parts.
Yeah. Westworld, right?
Yeah, Westworld, exactly.
That whole thing.
That show.
Yeah. And you know what? No one went to Westworld to do good things to the robot. They only went there to do bad things to the robot.
Well, they wanted to do it.
Yeah, against her will.
You know. Well, she's a robot.
Isn't that whole thing? Robots aren't supposed to have feelings?
Yeah. Well, watch Westworld. It turns out they do.
I'm in charge.
Well, I think back to that. I've said this before, but there's a clip of one of the famous. I think it's that Jack Doherty guy, one of those famous YouTuber influencer guys, and they get one of these robots and they just they beat it up, and they're like tripping it and they're pushing it around and watching it struggle. It's so uncomfortable.
Well, I feel bad for the robot.
Yeah,
because the robot's. I mean, he's not really lifelike, but he kind of is.
Yeah,
and
it's weird.
I feel sympathy for him.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know how to and maybe I'll get used to it eventually, and maybe I'm just old and the next generation will be like, you boomer. But all the stuff with robots, it brings up very uncomfortable feelings. I would be very uncomfortable. I would be robot racist. If all of a sudden there's a bunch of robots in the world, I'd be Will Smith for my robot. I would be mad at robots and I would treat them I would treat them poorly. I'd be an anti-robot,
Stevie Woke not gonna like that.
Can you be racist against a robot? Is that a thing? Is that you're bigoted against
Stevie Woke
him?
hates it. Stevie Freedom
loves it. All right.
Yeah.
What else is I going to tell you?
I don't know.
We're out of time. So coming up next, I'm going to tell you who
That being said, I just watched that video of that robot kicking that kid 4 more times.
I'm going to tell you who the new social media sensation is.
It's not the kicking robot.
There is a man who is having an awakening. And Stevie Freedom is not going to like it.
What if we just got that robot and all we did was film and go up to strangers and kick them in the nuts? Would that robot become the most famous robot on the planet?
1,000,000%.
We just had that robot and he came up to strangers and he was kind of breakdancing and getting all funky. And then when they laughed, he just kicked them right in the nuts.
Right, because they would not be expecting.
No.
They're watching the dance. They're like, oh, look at that funny looking robot. It's dancing. Ha!
How long, if that goes viral, how long before the robot can no longer find someone to kick in the nuts? That's a good human experiment.
I think we should.
How quickly
it would spread.
Everyone would know to avoid that robot.
But I do think that robot would become the biggest thing on the internet if you just had Johnny Nutkicker robot just out there. Just put him in a little karate gi and people were like, what is this? Bam! Just created a $1 million idea.
Are you kidding me?
All right, we'll be right back with that. But first, I'm going to tell you about...
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, Game 2 of the NBA Finals going on right now. Knicks up 1-0 in the series after getting the upset win in Game 1. We are in the second quarter. Right now, Spurs up by 7 over the Knicks. Yankees placed outfielder Aaron Judge on the 10-day IL today. Judge has a stress fracture of his right rib. Tampa Bay Bucks quarterback Baker Mayfield, he says that contract extension talks with the team are not anywhere close to where they were thinking. Mayfield did reiterate, though, that he would like to stay in Tampa Bay long term. Chicago Bears Board of Directors voted today to advance their stadium development in Hammond, Indiana. The Bears' announcement does not guarantee the team will leave Illinois, but according to a source, Indiana is in the lead right now. Portland Timbers have named T2 head coach Jack Cassidy as their new interim head man as they look for a permanent replacement for Phil Neville. Portland Fire back in action tonight at the Moda Center taking on the Phoenix Mercury. Mercury down a couple players with some injuries. Fire 3.5-point favorites. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
Well, we've got a new viral sensation. Well, sensation's a strong word.
We're talking about it?
But, well, no, it's being written about. People are talking. A lot of people are saying.
A lot of people.
And Stevie Freedom's not going to like this.
Uh-oh.
But it's none other than Hunter Biden.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen this.
Have you seen this?
Yeah. He's been coming across my timeline quite a bit.
Snowflake.
Come on!
So he is making his 7th year of sobriety, marking his 7th year of sobriety, with a social media blitz that has taken the internet by storm.
I'm just not into it, bro.
No.
So Hunter is 56.
He's got a pretty good sense of humor about it.
Well, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
Is that we haven't really heard from him.
No.
You know, he's a drug addict.
Sure.
All the stuff, you know, he's been dragged through the mud. But, and dragged himself through the mud. But they said that he began posting on his X account last month after years of never posting anything. And so everyone was shocked and surprised. They're like, everybody thought it was fake.
Okay.
It's like, this isn't.
Yeah. He thought he was living a
Hunter
quiet
Biden.
life somewhere and all that.
The account proved both genuine and a hit, quickly amassing nearly 500,000 followers, most of whom have cheered his purported honesty and dry sense of humor. After Hunter posted a message celebrating being 7 years sober Monday, one user accused him of being the owner of a bag of cocaine left in the West Wing during the summer of 2023.
I remember that.
To which Hunter shot back, "It most definitely was not. I would never have forgotten my drugs."
Which that's funny. That's clever.
That's fantastic.
Because you're not going to, you're never going to convince any troll,
Right.
that you're changed or whatever. So the only thing you can do is lean into it.
He got about 250,000 likes on that. 3 days later, he posted a tongue-in-cheek critique of a photoshopped image showing him with a drug pipe in his mouth.
Oh, this one I did see. This one was pretty good.
He said, quote, "I know this may sound petty, but I can't stand it when people Photoshop a meth pipe in my mouth. A crack pipe doesn't have that little bowl at the end. This is why we can't trust AI. Please make the appropriate edit. Thank you for your attention to this matter." End quote.
Again.
Another good response.
That's wonderful.
He left the comment in response to a user who created a mock Hunter 2028 campaign poster featuring the tagline, "Let's smoke the competition." He's also been posting some messages about being sober and the guilt and the shame and the hurt of being an addict.
Yeah.
He's been posting that, helping a lot of people, at least theoretically.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that a good story? I mean, regardless of what you think of him, I mean, the guy obviously went through some stuff, and sounds like he had a great time doing it, though. I mean, don't feel bad for the guy. He was a millionaire that liked hookers and blow. I'm guessing that a lot of those years were probably really good years. Like, that's the thing is, I don't have a lot of sympathy when someone's like, "Woe is me." I'm like, no, dude, you lived a pretty good life. And luckily you came out on the other side of it, and now you're doing well, and I'm glad. I want everyone to do well, but, like I sit here and have a ton of sympathy for you. You had a bunch of Russian hookers, and you did a lot of coke. I'm doubting that in the middle of that you were like, oh my God, my life is terrible. I'm guessing like on your way to rock bottom, I'm guessing there's a lot of really good times. But you're not allowed to like admit that because then like you're glorifying it. But this is where I want some intellectual honesty. I want someone to be like, I'll tell you what, for like 3 years, it was the greatest life. And then like, all right, got a little out of control and I had to kind of rein it in.
Again, any rational person would know, yeah, you had a great time on the way down.
Then you hit the bottom and then you got to climb back up.
Sucks. That sucks. Yeah. But on the way down, it was a lot of fun.
Yes. And it does feel like he's having some fun with that. So kudos to him.
Then he said, and this one's a little political, so Stevie Freedom might have a problem here. He said, Jared and Ivanka are building a private island paradise on Albanian protected land. Don Jr. married the daughter of Epstein's banker.
Look, I'm not against owning Epstein Island.
And a startup his fund backs just got a record $620 million Pentagon loan. Eric has taken an Israeli drone company public for $1.5 billion in the middle of a war with Iran that nobody wanted. And I know, but what about your paintings, Hunter? Which is also good.
It is good. Well, kudos to him for having a sense of humor about the whole thing, and also that is quite disturbing.
I wonder what his life's like now.
Well, he got a bunch of money, right?
Did he?
I think so. Wasn't that the whole thing with Ukraine? Didn't he get a bunch of money?
Yeah. I mean, it looks like he's always posting pictures of him with cigarettes dangling out of his mouth.
Dude, something tells me that if you're the
which is kinda cool.
if you're the president's kid in any shape or form, you're probably doing just fine.
Yeah.
Right? Like
you should be.
Yeah. You have all that influence. You have all those sorts of things. I mean, I'm sure he gets made fun of a little bit, and he's a bit of a punchline. But is it really bad to be Hunter Biden? Is it bad to be one of Trump's kids? No. Although Hunter Biden will probably be red meat forever to a certain base, no matter what he does. That guy could cure cancer, and there's a huge portion of the population that would still give him no respect.
So Trump, of course, came out and bashed him.
Of course.
And said he had a checkered past. And Hunter tweeted, "Did he just say checkered past? I'm 28 felonies, 6 bankruptcies, and an Epstein bromance short of his checkered past."
Again, well played.
So, a little comeuppance for Hunter.
Is Hunter Biden going to be the redemption story we didn't know that we needed?
I don't know. I don't know where this leads. Maybe he writes a book or something.
He writes a book or
do you think he runs?
Oh my God!
Do you think
he can't do that, right? Can you run on a platform? Can you run on like I would have thought at this point that.
Dude, he can. And what if he captivates people? What if people are like, dude, we like this guy?
I mean, Spencer Pratt ran.
Yeah, dudes are liking Spencer Pratt.
Yeah. So why not Hunter Biden?
Marion Barry won, right? After he got caught with the crack pipe, and he ended up winning a second run. Rob Ford, and that was what, Toronto, right?
Exactly.
So why not?
Why not?
Like,
what does it matter anymore anyway?
Yeah, there is an element of that.
Who are you voting for, Stephen A. Smith or Hunter Biden?
Caitlin Clark is white.
I'm not gonna lie. I would vote for Hunter Biden.
Exactly.
I can't.
That's what I'm. Yeah.
At least Hunter Biden was like somewhat like political adjacent, as opposed to like the idea that Stephen A. Smith could run and like people would take him seriously. That stuns me. But again, after the Trump thing, not only after the Trump thing, but like they worship him. He didn't just win. He won twice and literally has a following that I've never seen anything like it. Like I have friends of mine that are Trump people, and I cannot get them to answer why people love him the way, like, I get that you want like that figure, but him, like that's the guy that you choose to be the face. It's baffling to me that more loyalty towards that political figure than anyone else in my life is bizarre to me. But if he can do it, why not? Why not Hunter Biden?
I'm guessing we've had a lot of alcoholic presidents.
Oh, sure.
I know George W. was an alcoholic. He admitted that, and
they're devout alcoholics.
I think he's been sober for a while. But do you think we've ever had a drug addict president?
Oh, I'm sure we have. I mean, telling me that back in the day we didn't have a president that was hooked on opioids or, Kennedy might have been doing some blow. Yeah, none of that.
Well, doing blow is different than being a drug addict, though. You know,
Really?
I'm saying yes. I mean, you do a couple. Who hasn't done a line here or there? Come on, everybody does that. Yeah. It's just I'm saying like drug addict.
Drug addict,
like a problem.
Problem,
like a drug problem.
If it did, that was probably way back in the day. I don't think you could have like a massive drug problem in today's like world. I think that'd be
like
very
that's
hard.
the line that it can't be crossed.
I think you would be so erratic and like I think you'd get caught. I'm not certain you could.
Yeah, but
what? Yes, Stevie Woke.
There is a little Epstein Island thing going on right now, and nobody cares.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
nobody cares.
That's right.
So why would a little drug problem? Why would anybody
Look,
care?
the answer it stands to believe that we've had a gay president, we've had a drug president, we've had an alcohol. Yeah, I'm guessing we've had everything. Is it
except for female?
That's true. We have not had a female president, but I'm guessing any sort of affliction. Not that being gay is an affliction. That's ridiculous. I'm just saying whatever taboo you think is out there, I'm guessing secretly we've had it. It's just that we, for all our time, you haven't really been able to be public about some of those things. And you probably still couldn't be public about the drug problem, but...
Someone asked Hunter Biden if he was going to run for president, and he said his slogan is going to be, let's take another crack with a Biden.
But that's the sad part is that, like, no, under no circumstances should he run. Under no circumstances should half the people that want to run.
Hey, Spencer Pratt got like 30% of the vote.
Told you
he's in the final.
I told you he would do better than
he's in the final against Lydia or
I thought it was
what's her name? Bass.
Bass. Karen Bass.
Karen Bass.
Yes.
Carol Baskin.
Carol Baskin. Yeah.
Yes. The fact that is Los Angeles the biggest city in the country? Or is it New York?
I think it's New York.
LA, New York. Take a pick. 1, 2. Right. The fact that Spencer Pratt, like ask Crystal Healing Spencer Pratt.
That is a wild one.
Like all the weird crap that the fact that people actually take him seriously is, one, it's an indictment on the political system and just how bad our politicians are. But it also says something about how stupid we are. It really,
yeah, I was talking to a Republican.
We are getting dumber as a country.
A Republican friend of mine, and I was like, explain Spencer Pratt. And he's like, dude, nobody wants to run.
Yeah.
They don't want the scrutiny. I'm like, well, that's kind of a cop-out. It's like, do you want change? There's a little scrutiny. Like, what are you hiding?
Well, I mean,
but I guess with guys like Spencer Pratt,
it's more lucrative to start your own podcast or go on TikTok and have a following there than it is to actually run.
But it's too much trouble.
But the problem has become now is that it is super lucrative to be in a position of power because we have normalized corruption to the point where no one cares. Like you're getting people now that are being elected to positions of power that have no money, none. And then within 5 or 6 years, they're worth millions of dollars and they don't make any money. And so if you're just kind of we have people with GEDs that are in Congress, literally like high school dropouts that are, just beyond trash. But they figured out that if they just kind of go along with the party line there, you can get in there and then you do some stocks and trade a little bit. Next thing you know, write some books, go on a news network, and you walk out of there with $15 million. I mean, look, it is becoming a legitimate path forward. So you got a dumbass like Spencer Pratt. What did he say? He blew through all his money. He blew through like $12 million. He's got nothing. He's been trying to put together something. He doesn't know how to make any money. He can't go back. If you're Spencer Pratt, you can't go work a real job. So it kind of makes sense. What do? I'll run for Congress, run for mayor.
Yeah, nobody cares. Like Trump Jr., he's a paid advisor with Kalshi and an investor in Polymarket. You telling me he doesn't have inside information to make money off of that?
Yeah, so like people are saying, well, why do we take Bass seriously? Or maybe it's an indictment on the progressive liberals who have run our major cities into the ground. All of that's right.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, why can't you get a better candidate?
Yeah.
Like everybody thinks that. Even liberals think that.
Yeah.
It
just feels like we
but
are.
But why can't you put a better I feel like everybody, even people on the left, can agree with those comments.
Yeah.
Like, look, it's time for something different.
Yeah.
This is why we have Trump. But why do we have him and not someone better? Why do we have Spencer Pratt and not someone better or more qualified or smarter?
It is
more successful.
It is rather alarming. And we talk about the city council all the time, and I think our city council is a effing joke. And yet, I honestly think half the problem is the people that choose to run. I don't think we're necessarily electing the wrong people. I just think the wrong people are trying to be elected.
Like there's no good choices.
There's no good choices
anymore.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's less about right or left. Everybody wants to make it right or left.
It's just right or wrong.
It's just, it's just like, give me somebody I can agree with.
Yeah.
Dumb or stupid.
Yeah,
yes.
right.
That's what it is.
Exactly.
Yes. Which is why the idiocracy thing it's becoming more and more alarming by the day. You're right. It is not about right or left anymore. It's just about dumb and stupid. But those are the choices you're given. So that becomes the question: how do you get better people to run?
I don't know.
I don't know how.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Not one I can answer. Maybe Fonseca can answer that. Did you catch that?
What?
We have a traffic guy who has one name.
Oh yeah, one name.
One name. One name. Who are you, Seal?
Well, Schulte tried to rebrand with one name, right?
Well, he did rebrand.
He did.
Try.
He went Schulte.
He's Schulte. But I mean,
only the best
that's amazing.
Only the best of the best can go by one name.
Sook.
Yeah, you're doing that.
One name.
Sook, Seal, Schulte, Fonseca,
Cher. That's kind of a fun name, though.
What?
Was it
Fonseca?
Fonseca?
Did you hear it? There was a traffic report
Said,
right before we came back on.
Fonseca.
He said, "I'm Fonseca."
I thought he said Al Fonseca. Antonio Al Fonseca. New job.
Look at Tony Brothers' eyebrows.
I know.
God, those things are unbelievable.
Yeah. It's a whole deal. God. He has a whole look amongst himself. I guarantee. Remember we did the celebrities that look like they're animals?
Enormous.
I promise you that there is a dog somewhere that looks just like him. Like if you AI'd that thing,
for sure.
Every time I see that guy, I've thought for years. I'm like, yeah, somewhere there's. Not sure what it is. There's a bulldog somewhere that has a Tony Brothers thing going for him. He just has that sort of animated cartoon look about him.
All right, cows may be getting collars. I wonder what you think about this.
You can't eat your pets.
What?
No, you put a cow in a collar and you name it. It's done.
Not what the song said.
Yeah.
You can't eat a pet.
They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets.
You can't have a pet pig.
That's our leader
and then
saying
eat
it.
it.
They're
You can't.
eating the dogs.
I follow my leader. That's next on The Fan.
It's
San Antonio's offense is often just fling your body at the rim. It's a little...
Yeah. This series is really good so far.
They're playing hard. The Knicks have better ball movement. San Antonio often is just... one guy just kind of gets it, and then literally Dwayne Wade's it at the rim and hopes that something good happens.
Yeah, the Knicks just had a possession where the Spurs played
great defense.
Elite defense for 23.8 seconds.
Yeah.
And then Bridges got an open three and hit it.
Yeah.
It's just like, man.
Because they just move the ball.
Yeah.
It's amazing how basketball works when it's played right.
When you pass and like make good cuts. And,
right.
Yeah.
The NBA would be so much better if it was like this.
Well, and the effort is just, it's amazing.
Dude, this is great.
But I just, at times I want the Spurs to have a little more substance to them.
They said after game one, they said really the only thing we need to do is just pass the ball.
Yeah.
That's what they said. They said we got too stagnant and too isolated.
Let me take a bunch of threes.
Yeah. And they're not, I mean, I guess they, early on, I've had a hard time watching the second quarter.
Yeah.
But in the first quarter, I was watching a little bit more, and they were passing it. But now the Knicks took the lead.
Yeah.
Hot damn.
But it's
goddamn.
The effort's in a league where it often feels like people don't care.
It's top shelf.
Both teams are playing it about. I don't know how you keep this pace up for an entire game and an entire series. It is chaotic and as hectic as you can get.
Basically, they just get going downhill.
Yeah.
So any miss or turnover, they just start running downhill to the other
sprint. Yes.
Well, the Knicks have to because you want to beat Wemby down the court.
Well, and the Spurs are doing the same thing.
Yeah. And
with
Wemby,
their guard.
and they've done a great job. Wemby has just not been the deciding factor so far in either one of these games.
I love cows.
Well, who doesn't love cows?
Not a cow news.
I love cows. I often feel bad because I love beef, but every time I see a cow, I don't want to eat it. I want to hug it. Or maybe put a collar on it.
Yeah. It's an AI app I'm about to...
There's an AI collar app?
Yes. So this is a Peter Thiel-backed startup.
Of course.
And it makes AI collars for cows, and it's about to sell... Well, no, it's not about to sell. It's worth $2 billion.
Why?
Well, here's how it works. Every cow wears a solar-powered collar.
Okay.
And it talks to a network of radio towers and an app on the rancher or farmer's phone, which, by the way, none of them are going to do this. But it's good in theory, right? Like, can you picture a farmer doing this?
Well,
does he have a phone? So instead of building physical fences, the farmer draws the fence on a map in the app, and the collar keeps each cow inside that invisible line using GPS.
So this is just like dogs have invisible fences. I don't think they work that well, but you have them. Have you seen those?
Yeah, I've seen that. When a cow drifts toward the edge, the collar plays a sound to steer her, and a gentle vibration tells her which way to go.
Really? A gentle vibration? That's what it does?
It's
or
like
does it shock the hell out of the cow?
It's like how a car beeps as you back up toward a wall. The cows learn the cues in a few days. So now a rancher can move an entire herd to fresh grass by sliding the fence on a map without driving out to open a single gate. And that same collar is reading each cow's body the whole time. It takes 5 readings per second on every animal, so the AI can catch a cow that's sick, injured, ready to breed, or about to give birth before a person would ever notice walking in the field. So it's basically like Whoop for cows too. And they gave the AI behind it the perfect name. They've called it Cowgorithm.
How does the cow, like, okay, so it vibrates, which I think it means it shocks you, but how does the cow know which way to go based on it's vibrating to left, so I have to go left?
Well, it says it's been trained on more than 7 billion hours of real cow behavior.
Yeah.
Which is why the data is the real asset. Right. Like, I mean, this app may or may not work.
Sure.
But the data on the cow behavior is like, that's money.
Mm.
And they know what a normal cow looks like better than anyone, so they can flag the odd one out instantly. So it's already on more than 1 million cattle across New Zealand, Australia, and a bunch of U.S. states.
Mm.
California even used it on public land to graze cattle in patterns that clear dry brush and slow down wildfires.
Interesting. So this is the real thing. We're AI cowing now.
That's right.
Huh.
And they don't know the difference. Costs about $5 to $8 per cow per month.
And what is that like? How? I don't. I mean, so you don't have to hire ranch hands anymore to move the cows?
You don't have to build fences. You don't have to gates. No barbed wire. You don't have to drive out there all day to know what's going on with your cowsies, your little cows.
Well, I mean,
it's kind of cool.
I guess does that bring beef?
Seems totally impractical, but cool.
Does it bring beef prices down? So I don't
know.
What the hell's going to do that? Because God, have you seen the price of beef right now? It's ridiculous. Well, this is, I mean, look, the whole AI thing, I'm skeptical of, but like this, I don't know if this works. People are saying that already there's other versions of this.
For what?
I don't know, someone's saying Halter is another company that sells similar tracking collars for dairy beef. Jeremy Clarkson, who did Top Gear, he now has a show about a farm, and he says that he has something like this on his show. So I guess maybe people are using it in small things already. I mean, it kind of makes sense if you can control the cow with a collar. I mean, I can see where that would, and that's not that expensive. $5 to $8 per cow
per month.
Per month. Okay.
Yeah, so that could get. I mean, that's not cheap.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess
if you got a lot.
But I guess the idea of fences and having people have to move the cows and the pain in the ass of finding stray cows and all that.
And there is no possible way this would ever be used on people.
Well, I would like to know about the gentle vibration. Has you ever seen a dog shock collar? They use those training collars.
Yeah.
So I had an American Bulldog years and years ago, and we took her to a training place, and they used one of those collars. And it was like we dropped her off for like a month, and then we picked her up, and she was supposed to be trained. And part of it was we had to continue the training at home, and part of it was we had this stupid collar. And I was assured that it wasn't a bad thing, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I did it for like a week, and I was like, well, I have to do this. So I didn't put it on my neck, but I put it on my arm and did it, and I'm like, I'll never do it again. That was not a gentle vibration. It shocked the hell out of me. And then I was like, oh my God, like they've been doing this to my dog for an entire month? No. Seems terrible. And they use cattle prods and stuff, so you're telling me that I just think that gentle vibration is a load of hooey. And I mean, at the end of the day, you're going to kill the cow anyways, but I don't know.
Well, what if somebody hacks it? Then what?
Yeah, can I hack someone's cows and steal their cows?
Yeah, they're running all over the place. With the cow apocalypse.
Well, I mean, that Peter Thiel guy, I mean, he said he bet $220 million on this. So what you're saying? Yeah, I read
it's worth $2 billion.
I read an article, and he said, yeah, he invested $220 million in AI cows. He said it's already worth $2 billion. So what you're saying is I need to invest in cow. I need to invest in AI cow.
I know a lot about grass. If you don't have good grass, you're not in business.
Just goes to show you, man, there is money to be made everywhere. You just have to know.
Well, this would be an investment in AI, wouldn't it?
I would think
not
so.
Cows.
Yeah. Well, but that's you said it. Like if you can do this to cows, what else can you do it with?
Probably prisoners,
kids.
Ooh, kids.
Someone tells me if Steven could AI collar his kids and monitor them and like nudge them to not do things, I think you would do it.
No way, dude.
You're like not home and you sense that the kid's wandering somewhere and you're like, the gentle reminder.
It's amazing the way I don't hear any applause for
massage
that.
reminder there.
Yeah. It's just a gentle vibration and a reminder, and in 5 to 6 days, your kids will learn. Keep their snot noses out of the liquor cabinet.
All right, I think that's another sports week.
There it is.
Our Spurs are down 4 at half. And Wemby does not look very good.
No, he does not. He looks tired.
Nick's looking good. Everybody have a great weekend. We're back Monday, 3 to 7 to Good night.